Fuck. I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck. What is up, everybody? Okay, good evening, everybody. We are kicking off the first episode of my new podcast, fucking Crossfaded Sports Babble with my good friend Ethan. So we got Ethan right here. We got Ethan on the Discord right here, and I figured Ethan would be a good guy to have on this show because Ethan has quite a good amount of experience with sports journalism. He did lots and lots of writing for Onward State during his time at Penn State University. Did a lot of no worries, Kane. Why are you apologizing? I'm not going to be mad just because you missed a stream. Anyways, welcome to the first episode, Kane, of my new podcast I'm doing with one of my lifelong best friends, Ethan. Ethan.
Yeah, we are way back.
We've known each other for literally like 20 fucking years plus.
Yeah, since what, Montessori school?
So. Yes, yeah, exactly. We have known each other since fucking Montessori school.
So we've been talking sports.
Yeah, we've literally been talking sports since we were fucking young children. It's pretty nuts. So, we got a lot of things to... Is he a chicky nuggy? I don't really understand your joke, but, anyways, so we got a good amount of shit to talk about today because, fucking coronavirus pandemic has really kind of thrown a huge wrench in the sports world. A huge wrench. But, before we even get into some of those disruptions, I would think I think the first and foremost thing we have on our plate to talk about today is the ongoing renaming debacle with the Washington, D.C. area NFL team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins. Name changed for very obvious fucking reasons. And, because that name is fucking bad. And it's fucking... They took this fucking tool... Dan Snyder that owns that team is just some stupid chud. Yeah, so what's your fucking take on this, Ethan? I've been interested to hear in a bit more detail what your take on this whole situation is with the Washington football team 2020.
Well, I mean, just the name right off the bat seems like he's just trolling everyone who kept calling it the Washington football team or Washington franchise, rightly so. I mean... But, like, to have all this time to change the name and then, of course, just, like, make it the Washington football team for this year, like, I get it, but that just seems like him being, like, a douche and not wanting to change the name.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Fucking, like, it's July. I feel like that's plenty of time to get a new name, a new word mark, not even necessarily have to change the fucking colors right away.
Right, they might even keep the colors, but just, like, make so much money off of that merchandising and everything, and people would be excited about the new franchise name, but I don't know.
Yeah, they could have got people fired up about the new franchise name, but yeah, I'm actually of a similar opinion to you about that. I feel like this has to be some bullshit fucking move by Dan Snyder to like out of bitterness to just, like, be a fucking dick because he couldn't get his way.
Well, he said years ago he was never going to change the name. He, like, grew up a fan of the franchise, and, like, everyone hates him now. No one in D.C. who's a fan of the team, like, likes him at all. They just want him to sell. But even if he did, he would still make, like, $1 billion, so it's a lose-lose for everyone.
Yeah, Kane, I was actually gonna find some, like, royalty-free music to put on, like, really quiet in the background real quick, actually. But yeah, I remember you were telling me the other day how Dan Snyder is just some fucking local brat from some rich DC suburb who... He said he, like...
Literally no one likes him in DC, from what I can gather.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been fucking good ever since he bought the team. They were
Yeah, they
The
won all their
last time,
Super Bowls in the what, the 80s,
the
90s?
80s and 90s was, yeah. I think the last time they won the fucking Super Bowl was when they. What's I'm the damn guy? I don't think that's. I have to play royalty free shit, dude. I'll get copyright strikes if I play shit that doesn't have that like has copyrights on it, so I can't really take requests for podcast music.
Dude, yeah, back in the day at Onward State, we had to DMCA so many people because they would take our photos or like rip off our watermarks without asking and share it on their shit. And like
Yeah,
we would
like I have to take.
constantly
No,
get
Kane,
people
Kane, I
DMCA.
cannot get a copyright strike. I can't get a copyright strike.
That shit is so expensive and like such a hassle.
They're such. Yeah, the copyright shit is like they take that shit so seriously on Twitch. I cannot get a fucking strike.
You get banned after 3, I'm pretty sure, on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on fucking. Unlike fucking Twitch on Twitch, they're serious dicks about it. YouTube, you get banned after like 3 strikes or some shit like that.
Yeah, even though there's that fair use clause, but a lot of people like
Yeah.
will use
No,
that
it's-
unjustly.
It's okay, Kane. I'm guessing you didn't know, but yeah, you have to take shit like. So
You
yeah,
get
I'm using
comments
this.
around.
I'm using this playlist put together by Audio Library. I'll go through this playlist, and on the VOD, I will actually like credit all of the songs that end up appearing in the actual video at the end. But yeah, anyways, so back to the. Back to the. How's the audio mix, by the way, Kane? Back to the current. Yeah, so back to the Washington controversy. Yeah, like I'll bet people in Washington are so bitter, and I bet this is gonna blow up in the. It's almost as if Dan Snyder. Would you say I'm like thinking too far into it if I would go as far as to say Dan Snyder might be trying to like tank the franchise's value?
Yeah, very possible.
Or like
who knows
to like
why he
write
wants
it
to do
off
it,
of his
but-
fucking taxes, or just out of like pure bitterness.
Well, yeah, the only reason he eventually went through with the name change nonsense is because all these
Sponsors.
big corporate
Yep.
sponsors like threatened to pull their money. So
Damn
money
shame
talks.
if it's up. Damn shame that it's the scenario of money talks, but
Yeah, that's true though. That's how this country operates. How
yeah,
everything operates.
it's pretty fucking disgusting. It's a little. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna create a new fucking overlay while we're babbling really quick for. I'm gonna fuck with my my apologies. I'm actually gonna delete this for the podcast show. How do I remove those? Oh, wait. So, yeah, just remove all of those. Then take the rest of the webcam stuff. Let's move that over here and drag it. Sorry, I'm distracting from the fucking show. Here we are. There we go. That's pretty solid. Okay, so I'm gonna fuck with the volume on this again real quick also. Alright, so back to the Washington football team debacle.
So what did you think about this whole story that was reported in the Washington Post with like all these female employees making allegations against these 3 like staffers who were high up who eventually were let go? Like,
You know, I have not read the actual WAPO article yet.
basically
I
it's
have
just
not
like
read
a
the actual
culture of
WAPO
like
article.
misogyny, sexism, the whole 9 yards, like just the standard stuff you would expect, but it's pretty brutal.
In
Okay,
the
like,
Redskins
forced to
organization you're
change.
talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think like
Yeah,
they
it's
fired
like-
the people involved. I don't think he's gonna have to sell the team, but it's still not a good look.
Yeah, it's like what a surprise, and maybe who knows, maybe he'll try to sell the team anyway.
Maybe, I mean,
But also
he'll
it's
make
like,
so much
if it's-
money.
Yeah, he'll still make so much money, but it's also like if you'll sell the team out of bitterness anyway. If you're just bitter about shit, then why not just put the team up for fucking sale, dude? Make some cash
Yeah.
instead of you're doing all this dumb shit that I can only see really tanking the team's value super hard.
Well, if you
And
think about like,
how's
all the
that going to
NFL
help them, other than
franchises
maybe a
that have
tax
been,
write-off?
yeah, all the NFL franchises that have been like historically successful over the years, like the Steelers and the Packers, they all like
Yeah.
let the football guys make the football decisions. It's like the Jerry Jones of the world, the Dan Snyders that always want to micromanage and like make it their little pet project. They
Yep.
like take so much offense when people try and do their jobs the right way.
Yeah,
and
the
actually
guys,
field a winning team.
and they're even worse, like the guys that like over micromanage. I like I'm a Bills fan. I appreciate what Terry Pagula is doing.
Oh well, keeping the
Or
team like from going to wherever the hell they wanted to take it.
there was
with
there
Donald
was a
Trump or
possible.
whatever.
I forgot what Donald Trump was one of the assholes trying to move the fucking Bills to Toronto, wasn't he?
Wasn't it like Trump and Bon Jovi and a bunch of random people? And they
Let's
wanted to,
consult.
like, move the team.
Let's consult Wikipedia.
Dude, Terry Pagula is fascinating. Like
Terry
sometimes
Pagula
he'll,
is a
like,
weird fuck, but he's also a natural gas scumbag. So I have mixed
yeah, no doubt.
opinions
He made
on
all
him.
that money, all new money, but he would
Yeah,
like
he's some.
he did so much for the Penn State hockey team, and he'll just like come to Penn State
Yeah.
football tailgates at my buddy's tailgate and show up and like
Yeah, he's
sweatpants. He's just like the
at the
most, like,
very
average
least
Joe guy.
he's good at putting on a PR face.
Or making his wife do it. Like his wife like runs all the teams and stuff and does like the actual operations, I'm pretty sure.
True, yeah, she does. She's also heavily involved with it. Okay, so let's look up in wikipedia.org. Now let's go. Buffalo Bills.
This wasn't all that long. It was only what, 5-10 years ago. They were
It was
talking
when
about
Ralph
moving
Wilson kicked the bucket, which was like,
Who
yeah,
was
like
that?
6 years. What? The original owner.
Oh shit! I remember
He
hearing
was-
that name. I just didn't know
Ralph,
he was the owner.
and his name was on the stadium until he keeled over and died, and they gave
They
the
made a new era, whatever, at Orchard Park.
yeah. Now it's New Era Field, but I guess New Era cap has to be released from the deal, and the two would agree on terms. Blah blah blah. The statement referred to as the venue only as the stadium, under the terms of blah 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 blah. Stadiums, government of the state of New York can also have clauses inserted to quash ambush marketing attempts. Signage bearing the New Era Field name was removed. I wonder what the fuck they're gonna call it this year. Then that's weird, because I remember hearing that like there had been
Orchard
some.
Park, who knows?
Yeah, I mean Orchard Park is the name of the like Buffalo suburb town that it's in. That's why you
Yeah.
always hear them
I
saying
think
like
that's a
you're in
sick
Orchard
name though.
Park.
They should
Yeah,
just call it like Orchard Park Stadium or something.
yeah. The original.
They'll never do that.
I think there used to be like a potential plan to build another stadium in downtown Buffalo, which would have
Really?
been which I think would have been really cool because downtown it would have been kind of like the Brown Stadium, like right on the coast of Lake Erie.
Isn't that brand new and they like won't have fans in this stadium this year? Basically,
The Browns Stadium?
aren't they playing at like a brand new stadium this year? Or am I mistaken?
Who, the Browns?
Yeah, I thought they had a new stadium.
I have no idea what the deal with the Browns is.
Have you
Okay.
seen the mock-ups for the new LA and Vegas stadiums? They look unreal.
I forget. I've seen mock-ups of the LA stadium. I forget if I've seen mock-ups of the Raider stadium. I think the whole. Okay. Ralph Wilson died on March 20. Yeah, Ralph Wilson was one of the last members of the Foolish Club. He was one of the dudes who founded the AFL back in 1959.
And
He
I
was
forgot
with like
that's
Lamar
the
Hunt
same
and the.
person.
Yeah, he was the
The
guys with.
AFL
Yeah, he was.
championship.
Yeah, he worked with like he was with like Lamar Hunt and those guys, the original owners of the AFL franchises, and he owned the Bills the entire time until he kicked the bucket in 2014. He was like 95,
And then Pagula bought the team, or what?
yeah, Pagula bought after. Wilson's assets, including a team, were placed into a trust governed by four members: his widow, his niece, the Bills CFO, and then some lawyer. And the trust sold the team to. Okay, Pagula outbid two other parties, a Toronto-based consortium led by John Bon Jovi and a stalking horse bid from Donald Trump.
What is a stalking horse bid?
Oh no, let's find out. A stalking horse offer, agreement, or bid as a bid for a bankrupt firm or its assets that is arranged in advance of an auction act as an effective reserve bid. The intent is to maximize the value of its assets or avoid low bids as blah 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 blah. To secure a stalking horse offer, the debtor can offer bidding protections such as I mean, I'm not at all surprised that Donald Trump was doing some sort of weird stalking horse bid because Donald Trump is like going bankrupt all the fucking time.
Well, he like single-handedly ruined Atlantic City and his like father's estate, like misappropriated assets or misvalued assets, so they wouldn't have to pay taxes. It's like
and every time I'm so glad that Donald Trump was not and. The latter's failure was a major factor in Trump's decision to run for president the next year. Oh, wow. Deal closed October. Yeah, the fucking Toronto-based consortium led by John Bon Jovi is Wait, does John Bon Jovi own some, like, massive piece of Maple Leaf sports and entertainment now?
Who knows?
Does he own the fucking Leafs?
Worship John Bon Jovi like a idiot. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Every
John
time
Bon
he comes
Jovi's
to
a
the
weird
BJC,
motherfucker.
it sells out in like 2 seconds.
Like father, like son, with Trump being racist. Father was part of the KKK. Yes, you are 100% correct. How you doing tonight, Tim? This is the first night of me and my friend Ethan's new sports podcast. We were babbling about the Redskins. Now we kind of drifted off into the whole Bills drama with how they avoided moving away from Damn, you have a toothache. That sucks. For the Redskins, nobody knows yet because they have literally just changed it to the Washington football team.
And they're going to have numbers on the one side of the helmet and a W on the other. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to have this W on I guess, the right side of the helmet based on these pictures right here. And then these will be the uniforms.
Are they just going to have the NFL shield on the jersey, or what are they going to do? Just have Washington?
I guess it looks like they're going to have that, like, official Washington word mark on the front of it.
Huh.
Yeah, so, yeah, Tim, that's, yeah, the W looks a little similar to the Washington Huskies W, although I think the Washington Huskies W is a slightly different font.
Oh, I love Washington, dude. I was out in Seattle this past summer.
Oh, nice.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's incredible.
Yeah, there was a period in time when I wanted to go to, like, college there or some shit.
Dude, if I ever went to grad school, which I really don't want to, I would definitely go to Washington.
Fucking grad school. But
grad
yeah,
school
fucking...
Sucks. All the people who go to grad school, for the most part, are, like, total dicks who take themselves way too seriously.
Not entirely. There's some shit you have to go to grad school for, but there's also, like... There is a serious problem with, like, snobs in fucking grad school. About 3 months ago, you towed a trailer up past Seattle. That's fucking sick. But yeah,
Seattle's so fun.
I think it's a little interesting how it was finally, like, the George Floyd protest that finally got, like, capitalist scumbags to, like, feel like they finally needed to posture enough to go, like, threaten sponsorships over the Redskins name, though. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, yeah, Jesus, weird, it takes this fucking long and you just, like, yeah, at least they're doing it at all. I guess we can look at the positives. It was about an 18-hour drive one way. I can believe that. Yeah, you're living in,
like, speaking of Seattle, how about the Seattle Kraken, the new hockey franchise?
Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty cool, and that is not a bad name. That's another thing that we can babble about tonight is the Seattle Kraken.
Seattle Sockeye would have been kind of sick, but
Seattle Sockeye would have been cool, too. Yeah, the Seattle Kraken.
That's pretty sick, though. Apparently, they do have giant octopi, like, in the, whatever sound it's called. I forget.
Unleash the Kraken.
All their videos have been super cool that they're putting out on social media. It looks really sick. Their jerseys look awesome. The color scheme is really cool.
Yeah, I had seen the logo. I hadn't really seen the jersey. This is my first time seeing the fucking jerseys. Those are actually, that's
I
really.
think sometimes they even incorporate the Space Needle into it, which I think is sick because you can see it from pretty much all over the
Okay,
city.
it's like kind of a shit picture with it zoomed in that much, but still, that's it. Those are some sick fucking jersey kits. I like those.
Yeah, I really want Seattle to bring back the Supersonics. I think that would be sick. They're saving the name and like all that, like franchise records for
All
them.
that Cleveland Browns, John. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot, Kane, for stopping by. You have yourself a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by for the first episode of Crossfaded Sports Babble. So, yeah, the Seattle Kraken. I think that's definitely a thing that I hope that'll be good for Seattle, especially. I know people in Seattle have been like really have long been salty about the loss of the Supersonics, which has one like positive, I guess, after effect of that happening is the Seattle. What the fuck is the WNBA team? The Storm. The
Storm.
Seattle Storm actually sells a decent amount of tickets because there's no other fucking professional basketball to watch there anymore. And
They play at the University of Washington. Actually, it's really cool, right on the
oh
campus.
yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, they stopped playing it. Climate Pledge Arena, I guess, is what Key Arena is called now. That's
And I think it's
actually
called a,
like
like Alaska Airlines Fieldhouse or something where they play now,
the
where the Seattle Storm play.
yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I
it's
guess the
super super
Seattle
nice up
Storm are
there.
planning to move back into the Climate Pledge Arena, formerly Key Arena, formerly like a couple other things. I think
Yeah, Key
I guess
Arena
they're
was
gonna
where
move
they
back
had the
there.
Supersonics.
Yep, I guess they're moving back to that arena in 2022.
That's sick. That's where like Jordan and the
Which I think is when
Sonics got up there.
the Kraken are due to start playing.
Yeah, not this
Or
coming season, but the one
2021,
after.
yeah, the 2021-2022 season. I think
So
that's actually pretty cool that Seattle had a, because there was a, even though it was like a even though, or I think 1917 might have been the first year that the NHL existed, or maybe it was 1918. No, it was 1917. I think was the first year of the NHL, but the Seattle Metropolitans were the first American team to win the Stanley Cup, and they were some non-NHL team that won it in 1917. So
that's
Seattle
sick.
has a hockey history, and I think it's cool that they finally have an NHL team.
I think it's smart how they do this like new expansion draft too. Like the way the Golden Knights did it, they actually turned out to be a sick team and made the playoffs their first year as a franchise because they like killed it in the supplemental draft or whatever expansion
Yeah,
draft.
they did. They made good choices, and also I haven't paid enough attention to hockey in recent years, considering how fucking awesome it is.
Yeah, it
Seattle
gets a
Met.
bad rap because it's like not that great to watch on TV, but it's an awesome
I
sport
love
for sure.
watching it on TV. It sucked
Yeah, it's just
watching
hard to
on
track
TV
the
back
puck.
in
That's
the.
the only problem.
It sucked. Modern TV tech makes it a lot easier. It really sucked watching on TV back in like 2000, back in like pre high def TV eras when you
Remember
were
when they had
like
like
watching
light up
on.
pucks, like glow pucks, to try and
I
see the puck better?
I don't. I think that was like an ESPN thing, and I never had ESPN when I was a little kid. But I remember, I do know that was a thing that ESPN had, like a glowing trail coming off of the puck to make it easier to see, and a lot of like
Yeah.
serious hockey. They tried to make it like easier to see for people who weren't as into hockey, and a lot of the serious hockey games were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah, no doubt. They're always
Ugh.
trying new wacky stuff with that. It's not like their main sport. But speaking of Seattle, have you been following this whole like Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, Capitol Hill organized protest thing that's going on in one of the
Yeah,
neighborhoods?
I was following it. I mean, the cops went in and cleared it out,
Right,
but
exactly. But I think it's
it's
super
done now.
fascinating.
But it was
But
it was
that
always
was
an
like the neighborhood
interesting
I
thing
literally stayed with
when that
Brady
shit
Adams
happened.
in.
Oh,
When I
Capitol
lived
Hill,
in my
damn.
summer, yeah, we stayed in Capitol Hill and we literally got burgers and drive-in, which is like 200 feet from where that person got, or
Oh
like two
shit.
people were. It was so crazy. We literally smoked a joint in like the park where those people got shot.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, dude, it was absolutely wild. Like Capitol Hill is such a like small neighborhood in Seattle, and it's so
Yeah.
nice. But like, it was
Is he still
crazy how
out
that
there?
happened. No, he's back, but he's trying to move out eventually again. It's
I
really
feel
really
that.
nice out there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, fucking. Oh God, I am blanking. Yeah, just Oh, I'm really interested to see how all of these weird sports developments will be, though. It's been an odd. The 2010s has been a wacky era for sports in general. It really has. 2010
Yeah,
has had a lot of weird shit go on in the sports. There was like some relative stability with shit going on for a long time.
no
There's
doubt. This
like
like all
shit wasn't
pales in comparison to this year, though. I mean, like this year
exactly.
is
This year is
crazy.
just
Like,
absolutely like throw the fucking wrench into everything.
right, but it's kind of wild how like all these leagues are coming back and being successful. Like the PGA Tour is doing great because golf is naturally like inclined to socially distance. So there's
Yeah.
like so many different sports that are working out like beautifully, and then some that are trying to rush back and having their difficulties. But it's interesting that MLB is still trying to push forward and keep playing and not.
I was gonna say, let's
After
use
season.
that as a segue into let's talk about what I think might potentially be like a serious debacle waiting to fucking happen.
Yeah, any team or franchise or like league that's not in a bubble, it's just probably not going to work out. Like college sports and stuff, there's no way you can do it in a bubble unless they're all
Yep.
taking online classes. And even so, like they're still students. You can't like make them perform in a bubble.
Yeah, and this is like this is gonna be such a for college sports like for where we're from, fucking Penn State. What the fuck are they gonna do about Penn State football, dude? Like
I don't know. It's
they
probably
haven't
not
even
gonna have
start.
any fans. Like
They haven't even started selling tickets, right?
they've already sold out like all their season tickets. They haven't sold any student tickets,
Yeah.
but they're gonna have to tell everyone to like eat rocks if they can't have fans. Maybe they'll give them a credit on next year or refund them. Who knows? But there's so many unanswered questions. It's crazy. Like, what do you do about scholarships? What do you do about players who want to go to the NFL? If the season's pushed back, they'll just sit out. Like, some sports are
Yeah.
easier to play in the spring than others, but then you got to turn around and play again right after the summer. So every scenario, like, what are you going to do about eligibility and scholarships and roster caps? It's crazy.
This is wacky for
And then
especially
the
the college
incoming like
sports.
incoming freshmen, all the high school seniors, like they haven't had a chance to take any official
Oh,
visits
yeah.
or any visits to campuses, so they're probably going to get like a blanket free transfer.
Oh yeah, I
Or they
was like
should.
seeing stuff in my local newspaper up in this part of upstate New York that shall be remain not named in a more specific manner. But yeah, up here I've seen like stuff in the newspaper about like athletes that were like potentially being hotly recruited that it's just like, well, there's probably not going to be a fucking sports season for me this year and it's my senior year, but
Yeah,
oh
it's
well,
brutal.
rip. Yeah, like how this is all fucking holy shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's like
about
something to advance our society probably 10, 20 years further in like 6 months, but like it's going to be painful for sure.
so yeah, about the baseball. Fucking well, minor league baseball. Let's talk about that a little bit. Holy fuck, this is like I think this is like the first time that minor league baseball has had to like cancel a fucking season.
Well, and they're already talking about getting rid of the spikes and like the Williamsport crosscutters. All these teams
Yeah,
are going
and
to get cut.
I'm
and
not
this is
surprised,
just, like,
you know,
the final nail in the coffin.
I think the reason why that shit was happening is because let's be real, Class A baseball is like oversaturated and with teams and like actually kind of stupid.
Oh, of
Like,
course. I mean, they have to pare down. It's just like it's brutal. All these
so
like,
what's the
communities are
what
losing
I
their
saw
teams.
that shit about how it's like about how it was like very likely that the state college spikes are going to lose their fucking about how the state college spikes are going to like
Affiliation,
we're possibly going to lose their affiliation. So what's the deal? Are they just completely getting rid of single A short season and like keeping the most
Uh,
successful teams and absorbing them into full season single A classes or
I think they could either play independent ball if they want to, or pick up with another like league or something, because they wouldn't be affiliated. There's like every team would only have four.
I know
minor
that
league
there is also
franchises.
independent ball, and every now and then, like serious MLB wash-ups will go like try to make a quick buck playing independent ball in some like
Paige
hopeless.
Janko is playing for this Washington team, like near Pittsburgh, and
shit.
Spencer Bivens is playing
Yeah.
with him too. It's like an independent league called the Washington something or other.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
But-
fucking. I know that. Like, especially like old, washed-up MLB stars that weren't like ridiculously famous, but were like mid-level MLB stars.
They'll
sometimes
go to
at the end of
Japan
their
or
careers.
Korea.
Yeah, they'll go to Japan or Korea. Sometimes at the end of their careers, when they're getting really old, they'll even sign with these little like independent league teams in some like hopeless, shitty podunk town in the middle of fucking nowhere, just to
And
like
make a
draw.
buck, like
Yeah,
sell
for I
autographs.
think especially it's often a deal of like failing teams and shit too.
Like the
Like
whole
the
Tim
team
Tebow
sign the guy.
experiment.
That's right. I forgot what was the deal with the Tim Tebow experiment. Like Tim Tebow was getting into minor league baseball to try to save some team that was shitting the fucking bed or something.
Yeah, he like got drafted by the Mets or acquired by the Mets, and
That's
he's
right.
just like bumbling around in like Double A, and he's really not all that good. He usually hits like 150 for the
Like
season, but
Michael
hits a
Jordan.
couple home runs. So they just like want him to stick around so they can sell tickets
Yeah.
at like games and stuff.
Especially because I know it's really
Jerseys.
hard to make minor league baseball work because like you're not. It's rare that you're getting that shit on TV. AAA baseball gets on TV in some places where it exists, but
Yeah, no
like
doubt.
I've up here
That's
in New
like
York,
guys that are actually in the
here in
big
New York
leagues,
we
like
got
just coming down a little bit.
dude, here in upstate New York, we have so much fucking minor league baseball. Like the Spikes league rival, the Batavia Muck Dogs, is in like Western New
Yeah, the New
York.
York Penn League is almost all in like, well, it
It's
obviously is
entirely
all
in
in
Pennsylvania and New
New
York. Yeah,
but just based off of the name.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. There's like the Batavia Muck Dogs. I forget what other upstate New York ones there are. I'm pretty sure the Binghamton. I'm pretty
Valley.
what?
Hudson Valley.
Who?
I think it's called Hudson Valley. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
Or
then,
Mahoning Valley. I don't know.
and then But yeah, there's three in the far upstate New York regions. There's three fucking AAA teams. There's the Buffalo Bisons, who they're the Toronto, they're the Blue Jays AAA affiliate, and that's why the Blue Jays are playing at their fucking stadium.
And all these teams are having like taxi squads, right? At their like Double A facilities, they're having like rosters of 60 guys that they can pull from in any given game.
Who? What teams? I haven't heard about that at all.
MLB, like all the MLB franchises can have a roster of like 60 guys, and it's like their best minor league guys are on a taxi squad, and they just like practice at these like
Oh, that's
Double A
weird. I had no
facilities
idea about that.
in case they're needed, because there's not a minor league season this year.
Wow. Yeah, I had no idea that was the case. It's
So in case like people
I
test
didn't really pay
positive
much
or whatever,
attention to
they have
the
60 guys.
MLB sports, but
Did you see
yeah,
all the new rules they're putting in place? Too,
I
for the
did
short
see some of
season?
the like weird. I didn't. I let me pull those up on. Let me pull those up on Wiki because I
Every
was.
relief pitcher has to face at least 3 batters. I know that's one.
Oh,
They, like,
that's
make
right.
you put a runner on second. If you start extra innings, you like automatically start with the runner on second base.
What the fuck? Oh, those are. I remember seeing that there were these like weird rule changes, but I didn't really read exactly what they are. Okay. Here's the rule changes on Wiki, and so but prior to the 2020 season, here are some permanent rule changes, these were like going to be going into effect regardless of the pandemic problem. That permanently. Size of active roster expands from 25 to 26 players through August 1st. During this time, during the postseason, clubs carry a maximum of 13 pitchers. Any game that blah 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 blah. This is size of the expanded roster in September is reduced from 40 to 28. That's weird. During this time, clubs can carry a maximum of 14 pitchers, teams such as either position players or pitchers before the start of the season. That's fucking weird. Pitchers and two-way players optioned to the minor leagues must remain there for at least 15 days before being eligible to recall to a major league club, rather than previous 10-day minimum. Manager now have up to 20 seconds, reduced from 30 to challenge a play. All right, now for some of the weird temporary rules. Yeah, some of those things are. What the fuck? They're using designated hitter rule in the National League.
Yeah, universal DH, which is actually kind of sick. I like that rule.
Do you think
Even
they'll
though
just
there's
keep it?
strategy in the National League, but
You think they'll just keep it?
I do honestly. I think they'll keep it.
I wouldn't be
like,
surprised if they just keep it. Yeah. Which I think it's weird how they even call them they only call it the American League and the National League for like history purposes. As like
Right.
independent league entities, they no longer exist. They were
Yeah,
merged.
exactly.
They were in Major League Baseball is like the one single league entity, and it's just simply that. And the fucking the AL and NL are the equivalent of like the AFC and NFC or NBA's East West conferences. It's like with the one difference up until now being that ever since the 60s a national league or American league has the designated hitter rule.
Yeah,
National
like no
League
one
did
wants to
not.
see a pitcher hit unless they're like one of those pitchers who can actually rake. But like, that's just no fun at all. You might as well put someone who can actually like hit in the 9 hole. Then you actually have to take the end of the lineup seriously before getting to the number one again. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Because it's like so rare that you get some Babe Ruth which even then, like back in Babe Ruth's time, the reason why when Babe Ruth played for the Red Sox, the reason why everybody geeked the fuck out about him was because he was one of the only pitchers who would just whack home runs on every other pitch when he got pitched to.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like that was pitchers usually, and that was why as soon as that was why when the Yankees picked him up from the Red Sox, they put him out in the fucking outfield so that they wouldn't have to rest him.
Right, and he could just get fat
and he could just get fat and eat like 30 fucking hot dogs every day.
Yeah, like really I'm life.
Look at me. Like I'm pretty
prototypical man at that time.
Yeah. Like fucking like look at me. I'm a pretty fucking fat guy. I am like small compared to Babe Ruth at his peak fatness.
Yeah, he was a total
He was like, what the fuck, dude? I wonder how long it took him to run around the bases at the like peak of his fatness and playing days.
Probably pissed off his like opponents. They were probably thinking he was being cocky, just taking steps.
Yeah, you've seen pictures of him when he played for the Red Sox originally, right?
I'm sure I have.
He was in shape.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was in shape when he played for the Red Sox because he was a fucking pitcher.
Yeah.
Although then again, you don't necessarily have to be like a super like, oh, I am like in really good like marathon runner shape to be a pitcher. CC Sabathia is a fucking monster.
Yeah, so
he retired, didn't
like
he?
dad bods.
CC Sabathia fucking retired, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. This past year was his last season.
Damn, like fuck the New York Yankees, but I had like a bit of respect for that dude because he was a gnarly pitcher. Him and Derek Jeter were the Yankees players that I never had too much beef with.
Yeah, Derek Jeter is like very overrated though. Like as far as his career statistics, like yeah, he was an excellent player, great like leader, captain, whatever. But he
like, wasn't quite as much of a god as a lot of Yankees fans act like he was.
Oh yeah, like it's like a slam dunk. He's gonna get in the Hall of Fame as he should, but like I don't know why he's like the biggest player ever. Like he didn't.
Yeah, I'd say maybe he's like Mike Piazza level.
Yeah, people love him. Like the fact that they're not having a Hall of Fame induction this summer and they're gonna double up next summer is gonna be crazy. With Jeter going in, it's gonna be like bigger than.
It's gonna be like every Yankees fan has like the most outrageous erection on the face of the fucking earth.
Yeah, dude, I love going to, like, when my cousins live up in Cooperstown, we'll always go to the induction, and when Pedro Martinez gets in, or any other Dominican, like, so many come, and they just go wild. It's amazing. Like, they have drums, and they're singing, and...
Oh, that's amazing. Cool as shit. Dude, Pedro Martinez was such a fucking hoss. I miss him.
Yeah, he threw absolutely disgusting pitches.
He's one of the dudes from my, like, childhood of watching baseball that I just, like, really wish still fucking played, but he's, like, almost 50 years old.
But had absolutely disgusting stuff. Like, he was...
Yeah, he was just filthy.
Yeah, he threw heat and just, like, incredible...
He could throw curveballs, like, fast as shit.
Yeah, he was filthy. I think my favorite pitcher of all time is Dontrelle Willis, though, with the high leg kick. That was so sick.
What was your opinion on... Do you remember that one guy that played for the Red Sox, Josh Beckett, way back in the day? Well, he was like...
Yeah, he was originally with the Marlins.
Yeah, that's right. He was like filthy with the Marlins, and then he like took over being the Red Sox filthy pitcher from Pedro.
Yeah, exactly. He was their number one after a little while.
Yeah,
he was on like, Marlins
dude, in fucking... I remember in NBA 2K6, he was one of the only starting pitchers in the game that I could actually manage to throw like 100-mile-an-hour fastballs with.
Wow.
Fucking... I think
MVP Baseball 2005? That was probably my favorite computer game.
Yeah, those were cool.
It
And
was so fun.
EA Sports history with baseball games was so fucking like weird. They constantly changed the name of their baseball game series and then it like died.
Yeah. Did you
Like
hear
I
they're gonna
think
make a
that
new 2K golf game?
oh weird.
Yeah, it's
Whatever
gonna be sick.
happened to fucking I know that like Tiger Woods eventually became Rory McIlroy PGA Tour for like a year and then did they ever make another one after that?
Yeah, I think it just folded. They just stopped releasing shit on under that title.
Damn. Kind of like NBA Live. But remember
Exactly,
how
dude. I used to
NBA
love
Live was
NBA Live 2005. That was like the golden era.
NBA Live '08 on Wii was cool, but then like I wasn't surprised that NBA Live died because NBA Live had started becoming like really terrible compared to fucking 2K Sports.
Yeah, 2K's controls are super hard though. I had a tough time like shooting on 2K.
I've never liked 2K NBA that much. The sports game, the like sports game I've liked the most is probably fucking FIFA.
Yeah,
And that's
FIFA's
like,
so fun.
dude, I wish there would be like a really sick rugby game, but rugby's a game that's really difficult to make a good video game out of.
Yeah, it has to look nice.
Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge was okay, but even then could get a little. The way rucking worked, it's the thing that's really difficult to get down in a rugby video game is rucking.
Yeah, no doubt. And putting people in the air.
Yeah, rucking. Lineouts aren't as difficult to do for a rugby game, but like usually the rucking is usually like a little bit weird. Like I remember Rugby World Cup 2011 official video game had like really shitty rucking. Fucking the rucking in that was absolute garbage. The rucking and I thought Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge was by far superior. There was also
That
I
sounds
think
like
they
the
had,
dude that we always watch from Summer Heights High, Jonah, whatever.
what? Oh
Remember
god.
from Summer Heights High?
Yeah, the Australian Chris Lillian fucking blackface show. Well, that's like brown face or maybe more so yellow face for Jonah, and then in Angry Boys he straight up puts on blackface, and that's just like I can't believe the Australians like were actually fucking watching that shit in like 2009.
I know some of the stuff that you like see on TV or like back in the day in films. You're like, how did that ever get made?
Yeah, and not even as much back in the day, but by back in the day you mean like 2005.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
recently, just some of the stuff. It's like,
Especially
oh my
in
God.
Australia, like the fucking Chris Lilly shit. Did you see his most recent one?
No, what's it called?
It's called Lunatics. Don't bother watching it. It's on Netflix and it really sucks.
Yeah,
It's
Netflix
it's
is kind of rough
really
these days.
bad, and it's
Netflix
really
tried to
bad.
actually
It's
get titles not
extremely
you, but
fucking stupid. It's just like the dude plays like a bunch of different like weird creaturely people. Like one of them is this like weird South African lady named Jana Melhopen Honks or something like that, and and
did he just?
and
tries
she's
to do
like some
too much?
animal whisperer. Yeah, she's like some animal whisperer freak. He plays this like lady who's an old porn star that he's become like an enormous hoarder. Like her home is just like filled with tons of shit. And then
That's
he
actually
also
a
plays
hilarious
this like
idea, though.
yeah, that's like that was probably like the best idea out of all of them. He plays this like 12-year-old. He plays this like 12-year-old scumbag kid named Gavin, who is like the he's like the heir to some like British earldom and estate.
Sure.
Like he's the like next earl of some estate in England. And he's just like a total fucking piece of shit and like acts like a total incel and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's just what's
especially
especially fucked up about that one is it's like he's supposed to be like 12 and he hangs out with this 12-year-old kid. It's like there's literally no suspension of your disbelief at all. Like the character is not even believable because Chris Lilly is like 45 years old now or some shit like that. And he's actually like starting to look kind of old too. Unlike it was easier for him to play kids in fucking Summer Heights High because he was a bit younger. And
Yeah, That's Why It's High is actually hilarious.
yeah, even though it is kind of racist, it was actually like kind of funny. And yeah,
It's like good stoner material for sure.
yeah, some of the Jonah shit takes it a bit too far, but like Mr. G was the
Yeah.
funniest character if you ask me.
Oh
Mr. G
yeah.
was the like really funny character.
That
But
was his like peak funniness, I feel like.
yeah. And then Angry Boys, that was really the fucking Gran Sims and Daniel and Nathan Sims were funny, but the putting on blackface to be the like teenage rapper and the dressing up
Yeah,
as
that
a
was bad.
Japanese mom is just like, dude, no. Like, this is so fucking racist. Why are you doing this?
That's like the guy, like the incredible racist or whatever. Some like stupid comedian or
The
the
amazing racist or some stupid shit like
Yeah,
that.
that
I don't
guy's a
think I've ever
moron. He like
watched.
dresses up like the KKK in the hood. Like that guy's such an idiot.
Oh god.
Ari Shafir or whatever, the one who has like the shit with Joe Rogan.
Oh god, this is supposed to be a sports podcast and we're just so fucking faded. We've just tangented off into cancerous fucking internet people.
Yeah.
Anyways, more about fucking. So, do you think the MLB is gonna have to cancel its whole fucking season? Do you think the teams are gonna keep like giving each other disease and end up? Do you think these dudes are gonna keep giving each other disease and they're gonna end up having to like axe the season for only the third, like possibly not play the World Series for the third time ever?
I feel like they're gonna probably try and play unless like it totally goes off the rails. They're probably gonna keep it going.
Yeah. Do you think they're doing enough to control it?
Probably not. I mean, they're not in a bubble, but I don't know. It can't be like super bad forever. You feel like it's probably eventually gonna get better, and they are playing outside and whatnot. So, I don't know,
True.
it's just the travel part and like being smart and like taking care of one another. That whole thing hasn't been going too well.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't go off the rails for the sake of the fucking. Like, those guys are human beings. They're not just, like, gigantic super robots meant to play baseball for people's entertainment.
Yeah, they're
Although,
trying to make a
sometimes
living, they have
owners,
families,
like.
so-
Yeah, sometimes owners treat these guys like that.
Oh,
It's like, yeah,
totally.
they are getting paid millions of dollars, but this is actually, like, extremely draining on your body and shit.
Especially football, where you have such a small window to actually make your money.
Oh, yeah, football is just like, what the fuck?
Baseball has no salary cap. They can make as much as they want, technically. Like, it's pretty crazy. Some of these big contracts dudes are just getting, it's like absolutely unreal. Like Mike
Yeah, that's
Trout.
why it's very rare that the Yankees suck, is because there's no salary cap, and there's also, like, no media revenue sharing, so that's why the Yankees are always able to just spend way too much money on whoever the fuck they want, and then the
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
very
Pirates
cool.
are just broke and shafted.
Yeah, the Pirates do not care. Like, they don't want to field a winning team. It's like not advantageous for them financially to do so.
I don't even think it's as much they don't want to feel a winning team. It's like they straight up can't because they don't make enough money to be able to hold on to the people with how quickly, like, salaries escalate because of the fucking Yankees. Like, the NFL has, like, probably, I think, like, the most stringent, like, revenue sharing program with its TV and whatnot. Doesn't it?
Probably.
Yeah,
Who
like, the
knows? I
NFL
know, like,
has serious
players don't
revenue
get
sharing
Netflix,
for the
but-
TV. For the TV revenue sharing, like, it goes back and forth between the teams, like, or like the revenue sharing is very well split up between the teams, because if it wasn't, dude, imagine how fucking broke everybody would be compared to the New York Giants.
Yeah. Well, the NFL is like different in that it's designed for everyone to go 8-8. Like, it's designed to be mediocre, and then some teams like the Patriots just happen to be like really good over the years and like outplay the system. But
Yeah, I don't. Something about the Patriots, like, never-ending fucking dynasty since, like, 2001 with, like, well, there's been interruptions, but still, like, they've like, haven't had a losing record, like, since then or some shit like that. How the fuck?
yeah. All
Like,
the
dude.
NFL like GMs treat Belichick like he's a deity and he can do no wrong, and like every single decision he makes is like so cutting edge, but he just like is making smart decisions.
Yeah, and it's also, like, I feel like they have to be fucking cheating at something.
Yeah, probably. They're definitely skirting the lines like at all times. Like the whole like mantra, like if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I'm sure they're doing all that stuff.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, like Bill Belichick has been caught spying on people, deflating fucking footballs.
They just got a fine and like a loss of a draft pick for like filming the Bengals sideline, and they said it was like for
Oh
like a
yeah.
documentary on the life of a scout. It's like okay, and they didn't tell them about it. It's like okay.
Oh, was the fucking who's that? Which fucking baseball team was it? Is it the Angels that like got in trouble for the fucking spying on people in
No,
baseball?
no, that was the
The
Astros. That's why
Astros.
everyone
That's right.
hates the Astros, and they
Yeah, that's
like
why
won the World
everybody hates the
Series
Astros
while
now.
stealing signs.
Yeah, that's right. And is it the whole deal with baseballs? It's like sign stealing itself isn't like illegal or wrong. It's the
It's like
manners in
going
which
like
you
and
do
using
it
the
that are very
technology. Yeah,
strictly regulated.
it has to be like just a natural, like organic way. You can't like have like people's iPads taking video and relaying all the shit and like banging
Yeah.
on trash cans. Like that's over the top. But if you can like figure out some dude's like signs and you want to get a jump on the pitch, like that's one thing. But I
Yeah.
don't know. It's pretty weird. Like this
Isn't it?
dude
It
from
isn't also
the
like
Dodgers.
partially like straight up unwritten code too. Like it's really odd.
It's against the morals of the game, and like that's why dudes have been like throwing at them and shit. Like another unwritten rule, like that Joe Kelly guy from the Dodgers, like threw at Bregman like a bunch of times and like hit him right
Yeah.
over the head. And they were like jawing, and he got an 8-game suspension apparently, and but he's appealing it.
I'm
So
surprised. I've always wondered. Imagine how weird baseball would get if they changed the rule that like straight up pegging people with the ball was a legal way to tag them out.
yeah, that would be weird.
That'd be a very odd rule change.
No doubt.
What is
The
the
whole like
weirdness?
throwing at guys is crazy. The whole baseball like unwritten rule thing.
Yeah, sometimes baseball just gets like so ugly and fucking bad, and
And the bench
it's
is
weird.
clearing and
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Just
it's like
extra freaking
it's like
going
and
on.
like baseball fights are so rare, but when they happen, it's never something small. It's like people
The
just go
whole team against
batshit.
the whole other
Yeah,
team, and all the
yeah.
bullpens clear out. It's crazy.
It's absolutely fuck. Even managers will get involved in
Yeah,
shit like.
that's the craziest part of baseball is that the managers and coaches wear full uniform. I think that's so cringe.
Yeah, I think that's. You think it's cringe?
Yeah, I get it. It's tradition, but I think that's so weird.
Yeah, true. It is tradition because, like, for a long time, the managers were like always guys fucking playing.
Like, yeah, player coaches and shit, and they like obviously all have their own numbers and whatnot. But it's
Yeah.
really weird.
Well, was it like I'm trying to think of who were like I know that player manager examples in MLB have been like more recent than you would typically expect.
I think Pete Rose was a player
Yeah, I'm
manager.
pretty sure Pete Rose was also managing the teams that he played for at the very end of his career.
Yeah, he should
I,
be in the Hall of Fame. I
yeah,
think it's
I
bullshit
think
he's
the
not in
I
the Hall
think
of
the
Fame.
gambling. Yeah, yeah,
He
he
bet
was
on his team
gambling
to
on his.
win. He didn't bet against them.
Yeah, like yeah, I don't think you should be allowed to bet on your own team and throw a game. I hot take relating to sports. I think you should be allowed to bet on your own fucking team if you're in sports. Like
Yeah, why not? Like, if you think you're gonna win, why shouldn't you be able
I
to?
just I think there should be like extreme watching and absolutely no betting to throw fucking games.
Yeah, or no, like bet over a certain amount of money. Like if
And
you're already
that's
standing to make a lot of money.
also another thing, dude, shoeless Joe Jackson should be in the hall too.
Yeah, so many
Especially
of those guys. Even the
because
steroid
he
guys should be in. Like the league totally knew about the steroid era and like condoned it because it gave lots of like
yeah,
TV
yeah,
eyeballs on the screen.
it got everybody jerking off about how many home runs were being hit. Do you remember the fucking home? Do you remember that fucking single season home run record chase? I think it was in like '98 or '99.
Yeah, with McGuire and Sosa.
Yeah, McGuire and Sosa. Wasn't there some third guy that was in that race too, like Canseco
I
or
don't
some
know.
other
To try and
roid
break
junkie like
Maris's
that?
record or what?
Yeah, the guys that were trying to break Maris's record.
Did you ever see 61? That was such a good movie.
What was that? Was that a movie about the record chase?
No, it was about Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle and shit in the Yankees when they like had that home run record in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Sammy Sosa, have you seen what he's been doing with his like skin lightening these days? It's so
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, that shit's been going on for a while, and it's actually a little disturbing, if you ask
That's
me.
so strange that like people in those communities like that's like a common thing that you want to do is like lighten your skin because it makes you look more white. That's so gross.
That's that feels very like holy leftover relics of colonialism. What the fuck?
Yeah,
What
that's
have we
really
done?
really
What have
bad
us
news.
white people done? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just like why would you want to be a white person like when you can celebrate what you are? I don't know. That's really strange.
Yeah, I don't fucking get it. But yeah, that's right. Fucking McGuire was the one that ended up or that's right. Both McGuire and Souza broke his fucking record. Just
Yeah, and then
like
didn't Barry Bonds
McGuire
break
set the
both of
record.
theirs?
Yeah, and then Barry Bonds shit on McGuire's record a few years ago, a few years after hitting like 73 home runs because he
You know
was
what's
a
crazy about that is like when
fucking
he did that
monster.
and when he got his like all-time record and beat Hank Aaron, he
Yeah.
like when he went around the bases, no one shook his hand. And usually when you like have big home run records like that, like the other team will shake your hand, but no one did it because they all didn't respect him.
Yeah, because everybody knew he was a fucking roid junkie. His home,
Yeah,
and that's why Barry Bonds still isn't in the fucking Hall of Fame, even though he smacked more home runs than Hank Aaron did.
yeah, he never will be. He was such a good player for the Pirates, and he was tiny and like stole a bunch of bases, and then he got huge, and his head got enormous.
Yeah, Barry Bonds is a fucking nutcase.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on fucking Brent Kent? Dude, do you remember how Barry Bonds like wouldn't be in MLB video games during his career?
I didn't know that he like refused to like allow
He like
himself to
yeah,
or what?
he like wouldn't be part of MLBPA's he like wouldn't be part of MLBPA's like union contract for it. He tried to like demand way too much money.
Interesting.
He was yeah, like I remember in MLB 2K6 I'm like, yo, what the hell? Why isn't Barry Bonds on the San Francisco Giants? And my dad like looked it up and he was like, oh yeah, Barry Bonds like doesn't appear in Major League Baseball games because nobody wants to pay him enough money.
That's crazy. I would think all the
Yeah,
players would get
he,
the same amount.
well, yeah, that's what I think the union is supposed to do that. But I think Barry Bonds was like, "Fuck you, union! I won't let my apparent likeness in this game unless you give me like $30 million or something specific like that."
That's crazy, dude. Like, I
Yeah, no,
wish
he was
NCAA
literally.
football was still around, but like, how are they going to compensate the athletes? Like,
You
put
wish
them in a
what?
trust fund? I wish NCAA football was still around, but how are they going to do it with name,
Yeah,
image, likeness? Like, they'll have to compensate them somehow in a trust fund or something.
yeah, yeah.
But
I wish NCAA football games could come back too. Fucking legal
that was
bullshit.
so fun. What do you think about the people who like continue to update rosters and slave away like updating all the players and uniforms and
Oh,
everything?
for like the last fucking year of NCAA football that was ever made.
Yeah, like NCAA 14, people just continuously update the rosters
That's
every
cool.
year.
I love that. I love when fan communities get like basically like maintain other like officially dead games.
Yeah, it's
I think
amazing.
that
Like you
like
can
dude,
download the
I have Red
rosters. It's so
Orchestra
sick.
2 and that came out in 2011 and that game is still somewhat alive.
Yeah, I think 2012 NCAA with Mark Ingram on the cover was my favorite game I've ever had. Or
The
Tiger
only
Woods
NCAA
Masters.
football game that I ever owned was NCAA '09 for Wii and that was actually pretty fun.
It
But
was
it
on
was
the
a little
cover of
weird
that.
and cartoony. The Michigan State Spartans mascot.
Really, that's such a
Yeah,
random thing.
yeah. Because the Wii version was like a bit different than the fucking
Was it more
like
like
other console version.
cartoonish and you had to
A
play against
little.
like the mascots?
You didn't have to. The Wii version did have some like slightly more cartoony stuff, and it did have a mascots mode. Like you
That was
could
always
play
super
as like
fun.
Penn State. You could play as the Penn State Lions as like the Nittany Lions versus like a team of Michigan State Spartans.
That's pretty cool.
I thought the mascot mode was fun, but I did also have NFL. I had fucking Madden NFL '08 for Wii also, and NBA Live '08. Those were the like real sports games for Wii I had. I
We
haven't bought
we
a
was
sports
so
game in
fun being
years.
over at your place and playing like Sean
Yes.
White and shit. That was so
Oh
fun.
yeah, the Shaun White game is cool as fuck. Yo, care if I take 5 to go, grab myself a drink real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck yeah. We will continue very shortly. Fuck. I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Can't speak right now. Fuck. 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 I can't speak right now. God damn it. Fuck. 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 Fuck.
what's going on. What are you sipping on? What are you sipping on tonight? There you go. What kind of vodka? Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Cushion orange juice. Huh. Let me see my Wi-Fi's up. Okay. Yo, what's up? Yeah, let's see. Is it better now? All right, cool. I think I'm connected now. All right, good stuff. You smoking on anything tonight?
Oh, my dumbass had my fucking mic muted anyways, or had my mic output muted to the stream anyways. I am back. Yeah, in a little while I'll probably take another rip of these weird dabs that I have. This shit is weird though. It's decent, but I think I told you about it. Literally like smells and tastes like fucking pine sap.
Yeah, it's that piney and terpene.
Yeah, probably like it. Yeah, probably literally nothing but that in the thing's fucking terpene profile.
What's the name of the strain?
Fuck if I know.
Just pine saw.
I'm not getting this from any dispensary or anything.
The dispensary in PA is pretty wild. It's still so expensive, but some nice
Yeah,
quality stuff.
yeah, the quality's so dank. It's a damn shame that it's like such a fucking ripoff. Like, why is it such a goddamn ripoff?
I don't know. There's just no competition. Crazy. They need more like recreational and shit to drive the prices down.
Yeah. Yeah, this
But
shit
it's
gets
a nice
absolutely
dank
outrageous.
purple punch cart. It's fire. It's like really some of the nicest carts I've seen in a while.
Oh, so some other sports going on. How about NASCAR with their fucking going their goings on with banning display of Confederate flags at events? Did you see the shit where at one of their, I can't remember which race this was now. It might have even happened at a couple. Some like asshole with clearly shitloads of money paid some prick to just like tow a giant Confederate flag behind a plane over the fucking track for hours.
Of course they did. It's like all the racists getting all pissed off.
Yeah,
But
it's just like Jesus Christ, pal. How?
yeah,
Why
figure out
are you?
something else to dedicate your life to. Like, good God.
Yeah, it's like you could have like actually like fed children. You could have fed like tons of like starving children with the amount of money that you pissed away to have some fuck tow around your Confederate flag with a fucking plane.
Yeah, that's super cringe. Or like that dude that like
Oh
said he would
yeah. Do you
retire
see the
because of
button
it.
that
Like,
says video there? Like right below where it'll say voice connected in Discord. Do you
what's
see the
that?
right below where it says voice connected in Discord, if you see that, like towards the bottom
Yeah,
of your screen on the left, is there a button that says video?
yeah.
If you feel like turning on your camera, you can click that if you want.
Word. I don't know. I'm in the dark here out in my little house in the backyard. It might not have the best
Oh,
best lighting.
true. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I was just figuring I would tell you where the fucking thing was if you wanted to turn your camera on.
Yeah,
But
next
yeah,
time for sure I'll definitely be on the video, but
why the actual fuck are the why? I would like NASCAR. Why do so many chuds like NASCAR?
I don't
It's
know.
just
It's super cringe.
yeah. Like I used to hate NASCAR. I can actually kind of like NASCAR now, especially since it seems like they're trying to at least get rid of some of the chud fans with the whole no Confederate flags thing.
Yeah,
Of course the ones with money are gonna be even bigger chuds about it, like fucking oh I'm gonna pay show loads of money to fly fucking flag over the stadium. Look at me, I'm some rich redneck fucking asshole.
yeah, no doubt.
I shouldn't use redneck as a slur. Originally, rednecks were our fucking working class allies.
Absolutely.
They were the dudes that took up arms against the IWW coal miners and whatnot that took up arms against their fucking bosses during the coal wars.
Yeah, that was super bad down in West Virginia and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Now, why? Yeah, it's fake rednecks that are like the modern, like bootlegger rural people.
Yeah, no doubt.
If any one of those dumb racist, like ultra nationalist fascist fucks is like, you're like bootlicking pieces of shit is like, I'm a redneck and I'm proud. It's like, no, you're fucking not. If you were a real redneck, you'd be joining the IWW and taken to the streets right now too. Like
Yeah, I
Redneck
totally
Revolt.
agree.
Redneck Revolt's logo is straight up like the like head of some guy with like a red bandana on.
Yeah,
As
rednecks
like,
wouldn't want people rounded up on the streets in unmarked vehicles anyway. That's
yeah,
like
real
against
rednecks.
love you.
Real rednecks, not just fucking fascist scum.
Yeah, no doubt.
And NASCAR, have you ever heard of have you ever heard of Wendell Scott?
No, who's that?
He was like the first NASCAR, like the first black guy to drive in the highest levels in NASCAR.
Really?
And yeah, this was way back in the fucking 60s. And holy mother of God, did he get like a lot of shit.
Oh, I'm
Like there
sure.
were times when he would first try, he would show up at races with his fucking car that he like bought himself and put together. He would show up at races to try to enter his car into the race, and for no good reason, just because he was a black guy. The race stewards would tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, or that it wasn't like regulation XYZ.
I don't even think they would do that. It was just they were these dumb racist fucking pricks, and they would tell him to fuck off. They were these Jim Crow worshiper assholes.
Jesus.
But yeah, so I think he eventually here. Let's go to the small cam screen and pull the Wikipedia back up again. Let's pull up Wendell Scott. Because he was an interesting character. August 29th, yeah, he'd be 99, he'd be almost 99 years old if he was still alive. He was an American stock car racing driver. He was one of the first African American drivers in NASCAR, and he was the first to win a race. He was the first to win a race in the he was the first person to win a race. He was the first African American person to win a race in Grand National Series, which was the name at the time of NASCAR's highest level, now known as the NASCAR Cup Series.
Okay.
And it says here, Scott began his racing career in local circuits and attained his NASCAR license around 1953, making him the first African American to ever compete in NASCAR. He debuted in the Grand National Series on March 4th, 1961 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Yeah, so like top level NASCAR was one of the last fucking sports to really like integrate it all.
No
On
surprise.
December 1st, 1963, he won a Grand National Series race at Speedway Park in Jacksonville, Florida, becoming the first black driver to win a race at NASCAR's premier level. And his career, yeah, it says here his career was repeatedly affected by racial prejudice and problems in NASCAR top level officials. However, his determined struggle as an underdog won him thousands of white fans and many friends and admirers among his fellow racers. And of course, he's been posthumously inducted into the into probably the newest of all the sports
Yeah,
Hall of Fames, the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
that's pretty neat.
And yeah, like he was it says Scott repaired his car with the help of a black mechanic, Hiram Kincaid, who previously worked with Ned Jarrett and lived in North Carolina, and towed it to a NASCAR sanctioned race in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. But the NASCAR officials refused to let him complete. They just flat out said like black guys, no black people allowed to race here.
Jeez.
And Scott said, like, according to him, they just flat out told me I couldn't race. They told me I could let a white boy drive my car. I told them weren't no damn white boy gonna drive my car. Don't blame him. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But he kept racing in Dixie Circuit, which was like local circuits in the South. And he eventually became the first black guy to win a Cup Series race. This was a long fucking time ago too.
What was the year?
Like his first race, he debuted in 1961, and he got his first win in Jacksonville in 1963. He
Nice.
And this was back in the days when NASCAR, back in like the 50s and 60s, was like so janky and impromptu and like poorly organized compared to how it is now. Like
Probably no seatbelts.
I wouldn't be surprised. Fucking yeah, jack shit safety equipment. Fucking they would they would still, even Grand National Series, the highest level, was still racing on fucking dirt tracks half the time back then.
Yeah, that can offer
And
some
I
superpowers.
would actually like, I would love to go see that.
Yeah, it'd be fun to
I would
drift
love to
and
just
whatever.
like, yeah, for dirt track racing, you like have to slide your car around the corners really hard.
For sure.
And sprint cars are always done on dirt tracks. For like local short track racing up here in the Northeast, sprint cars are a bit more popular than for like local dirt track racing than stock cars are. There is plenty of stock car racing up here in the Northeast too on local dirt ovals, but sprint cars are
Yeah.
weird. Have you ever seen one of those?
Does that have like the weird high like fenders and up in the air?
Yeah, sprint cars are those weird things that have the like giant wings in the front and then like on like top of the driver cab. They're this weird
Yeah, like
little,
the dirt track ones.
yeah, the things that are on dirt tracks. They have those big fucking wings on them, and to like rip around corners with the wings. Give them a lot of downforce, which both like helps them grip the track better, so they can actually go faster, despite it being like additional drag.
Uh,
And then also forces them to the ground and helps keep them from going airborne when the dudes crash the fucking things.
damn.
Although
Makes sense.
sprint car crashes can still get pretty fucking nasty. Actually, are you familiar with the name Tony Stewart at all?
Yeah, didn't he kill someone by accident?
Yeah, he killed some guy at some dirt oval up here in upstate New York.
And that
It
was
was
like his return to racing or whatever, and they like said the kid was like high and like got out of his car or some shit.
oh, the dude was a fucking moron. Yeah, it totally wasn't Tony Stewart's fault at all.
Yeah, he just like got out of his car because he was pissed and was like raging, and then got
Oh,
ran over.
yeah, he was like, and the guy I work with actually like knows some dude who's who's like on a pit crew for some guy who drives his fucking sprint car at races at that track. And
Wow.
he was telling me that like this guy he knows is saying that this dude had a reputation for just like being this hot-headed fucking asshole that loved starting drama with people. And
Sounds about
what
right.
happened was they were going around a turn and Tony Stewart like made him wreck. And he hopped out of the fucking he like got out of the car before track marshals could like get to him and like advise him when it was safe to get out of the car, which is what you don't fucking do if you crash in a car race.
Yeah, I feel like
You
getting out of the
don't.
car is the
the
last thing you should do.
the only time you do that, guess when is the only time you do that?
If it's on fire,
Yep. Yeah, the only time that you get out of your car as soon as you fucking crash is if the thing starts burning. If it
yeah,
starts burning, you don't wait for the fucking track marshal. You get out of the goddamn car. But if it's not
yeah, or
burning,
else you
you
get
wait for
blown
a
up.
goddamn track marshal. And yeah, Tony Stewart was and yeah, Tony Stewart, but yeah, this guy, his name was Kevin Ward Jr. Tony Stewart made him wreck, and he was all pissed off. He gets out of the car, You can find videos of it on YouTube and shit. It's pretty fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, he just like goes walking and he's like pointing his fucking finger and you can see cars coming and he's like walking further into the track away from his car, like pointing his fucking finger at Tony Stewart's car and it's just like, what? Dude, you're a fucking moron. Why are you
Jeez.
doing this? You fucking idiot. You utter fucking dipshit. Like, why would you think it was a good idea and then Tony Stewart comes around, just runs his ass over, and then you just like you see the guy's corpse like get dragged along and just tossed it alongside, and it's just like, eh.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah, it was fucking brutal, but it totally wasn't Tony Stewart's fault at all.
Yeah, no doubt.
The dude was a fucking moron. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you would
And
want to do.
that was it was like the next week he was the reason why Tony Stewart, like famous fucking NASCAR guy, was competing in sprint cars in 305 cubic centimeter sprint or 305 cubic inch sprint car racing with these at this like weird like podunk dirt track in the middle of nowhere was because the next week he was doing this as like a thing to do while he was in the area before like the next week he was going to go do a cup series race at Watkins. They were going to go do a cup series race at Watkins Glen, which is one of the only road courses that they still use for cup series.
So it's just a tune-up race, basically.
Not even, because it wasn't even the same car. This was sprint cars.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it was just something that he was basically like doing for fun and to be like, hey, there's like a big name at this podunk little weird track.
Wow.
Oops.
Did he originally grow up racing sprint car, or is that just how?
He's raced a whole bunch of different cars. Tony Stewart's had like a long successful career in so many different types of cars. He has like won titles in sprint cars, USAC Silver Crown, which I think is a type of midget car. Which midget cars are pretty similar to sprint cars either way. Just midget cars are very similar to wingless sprint cars. Fucking winged sprint cars look significantly different than the other. I think midget cars have all equal wheels though, whereas and silver crown cars, sprint cars the right rear wheel is actually like a bit bigger in circumference than the left rear wheel to force them around because they're only turning left. So it
Oh,
like forces them around the turns easier at like a sacrifice of straight line speed.
makes sense.
And but yeah, Tony Stewart was up there doing that because the next week he was going to be racing at Watkins Glen for once it's safe to actually like go to events with crowds again. I would totally love to go see go bowling at the Glen, which is because that is not that far of a drive from where I live. And Watkins Glen it's one of the only courses in NASCAR Cup Series where the guys have to turn right.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yep, Watkins Glen and Sonoma Raceway, and then like I think there's one place where they like do it at an oval but use the infield road course. Those are like the only 3 road course races on the schedule for Cup Series now.
Huh.
Other than that, it's all fucking ovals. And then IndyCar did the opposite in recent years. IndyCar for the whole deal with IndyCar, the open wheel car racing in America. That's like Bobby Rahal, the fucking car dealer around Harrisburg.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, his racing career. He used to be in car racing, right?
No, I didn't.
That's how he like made the money to start all these car dealerships, as he was in car racing. And yeah, he was a successful IndyCar racer back in like the 80s. He won the Indianapolis 500 a couple of times, like once or twice, and then he also won an IndyCar championship one year. Back in the 80s when it was like the PPG IndyCar Championship sanctioned by Championship Auto Racing Teams, aka CART.
Okay.
Then For a long time, there's like an interchangeable name for the like top level open wheel racing cars. The like Formula One looking cars for American racing has been the names gone back and forth between either Indy cars, referencing the Indianapolis 500, by far the most famous race where they use those cars, or fucking championship cars, which way back before the 50s, when the AAA actually used to sanction auto racing before like 1956.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be like IndyCar was directly sanctioned by the US by the AAA contest board, and they also did like sprint car championships and shit back then too. Sprint cars have existed for a while, but yeah, they were doing all that shit. AAA did all that shit, and originally the like IndyCar championship was the fucking AAA championship car drivers championship, and championship cars were the formula cars that they drove at like the Indy 500 and shit. Then
Okay.
AAA got out like after like some like really high profile motorsport disasters in the 50s. AAA decided to stop doing motorsport. This other thing, the United States Auto Club decided to start sanctioning championship car, and also like they still sanction like a sprint car championship, Silver Crowns, whatever the fuck Silver Crown even is. I know that Tony Stewart won a title in it before he was doing IndyCar and NASCAR, but it's weird.
Is
Fucking
championship car basically just like Ferrari and all those high end models?
no, back in the day, championship car is a word that used to be like interchange. You don't really hear people use it anymore now. They just call it Indy car, but it used to be interchangeable. The official name originally for Indy cars were championship cars, because they were the like
Okay.
highest like quality formula cars that they were racing in the United States, and the driver that was like the champion of racing those cars was like the champion driver of the United States basically. And
Okay. Like Ford versus Ferrari type stuff.
sort of, well, they're formula cars. They're singles. They're open wheel single seater things, kind of like Formula One cars, but not
So not like
quite as
super
badass.
fancy.
Oh, they are super fancy. They're
Well,
disgustingly
they
fancy.
are, but
Just
yeah.
they're not at all meant to even resemble road going cars. As
Right.
opposed to Ford, I haven't seen Ford versus Ferrari though. I'm pretty sure that's about sports car racing rather than formula racing. I think. Which
Yeah,
sports
I don't really know, to be honest. I saw it. It's like they were designing like the fastest car to try and take on Ferrari. I don't really know.
Ford versus Ferrari? That's right.
It has like
2019 American sports
Matt Damon
drama
playing like
film.
Shelby.
I had titled
It
Le
has
Mans 1966. Oh, that's right. Fucking it. That movie's about the 24 hours of Le Mans. That's a sports car race.
yeah, exactly. They
And
like race through the night
yeah,
and shit.
that's a sports car race. The 24 hours of Le Mans is a really nuts race. Yeah, it's 24. It's rather than any like predetermined distance like the Indy 500. It's literally just whichever fucking car, which the cars will have a. The cars always, each car will have like a rotating team of like three drivers because of the nature of a 24-hour race like that.
Right, exactly.
It's
You
that,
can't go the whole time.
yeah, that kind of like really long time racing is called endurance racing. And
Right,
that's what sports car racing is usually endurance racing rather than like distance racing, like rather than like 3 or 500 mile distance races. And but yeah, that's sports car racing. And what Ford versus Ferrari is about is Ford sports car racing. They're technically sports cars, so the cars have to have two seats and have closed wheels, as in the wheels are like in the body or enclosed by fenders, rather
right,
than Formula One cars are the things where the wheels are entirely outside the body of the car. The car has like one seat and it's just extremely streamlined, with like the front end is just like a big rear front wing, and then there's a giant rear wing at the rear and shit.
right. Like no wasted weight or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking which for Le Mans for sports car racing, what they'll have is what Le Mans will have is there's always like different winners of different categories. There's always like Grand GT categories, which is Grand Touring categories. Those are modified production sports cars of like really fancy sports cars, but are like they're modified production models, like even more souped up, but like based, but like derived from models that are actually sold to people. Whereas then the ultimate prestigious class of sports car racing, which I'm guessing which Ford versus Ferrari is probably about, is prototype racing.
Yeah,
That's like,
exactly. Trying to make
yeah,
the fastest car possible.
yeah, it's like these cars, they're built to qualify as sports cars. They have two seats and enclosed wheels, but they're never selling this fucking thing to the public. They're building
Yeah,
like
they're all
three of
prototype.
them for the fucking racing, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
it's
special
never going to
projects.
go into. Every now and then, Le Mans prototypes will get like adapted into some sort of fucking like street car, but it's not
If
that
they're that
common.
sick and
Yeah,
like
if they develop like a
forward
huge
thinking.
reputation. Yeah, the fucking. But yeah, so when I was ranting about that's right. So yeah, Bobby Ray Hall was a fucking IndyCar driver and is. Have you ever seen the Indianapolis 500 and the cars that they run during that?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
they
like
look
the
like
highlights and
formula.
stuff.
They look like formula. They're formula cars basically, just not quite as ballsy as Formula One cars. Bobby Rahall's son, Graham Rahal, I think might actually be the defending IndyCar champion. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
In the United States.
Yeah, yeah. IndyCar's the United States thing.
Okay. F1 is Europe.
F1's worldwide, but it's very Eurocentric. There is a
Sure.
United States Grand Prix. The United States Grand Prix is
Is that multiple races?
No, just all the Grand Prix is just like a single race, like the Monaco Grand Prix. A Grand Prix is just a single race, and then Formula One, all of the races are called like X Grand Prix for their like place.
Huh.
But yeah. So in the '90s, there was this like big dispute, which resulted in IndyCar splitting, and like yeah, the whole history of open wheel car racing in North America is like really weird and unstable compared to like NASCAR dominating the fuck out of stock car racing. And
Uh-huh.
like the people who were like the top dogs of the top dog like sanctioning body of open wheel racing has kind of changed hands like several fucking times. And one in the 90s there was this split fucking where the guy who owned the Indianapolis Motor Speedway like got into some sort of thought that like CART wasn't like championship auto racing teams wasn't marketing its fucking championship series properly. So so the owner of the Indianapolis Speedway and some other people they got together and started their own series called the Indy Racing League. That and the Indy Racing League that was exclusively on oval tracks, whereas prior to them founding this the kart PPG World IndyCar Championship up to this point, as it was called up to this point, was both on ovals and road tracks. Road
Huh.
tracks being tracks where you have to turn right at like a go kart course, not just left.
Sure.
Fucking and But yeah, so there was no definitive open wheel champion in North America in American open wheel racing for like 12 years because kart however the Indy Racing League got the trademark to the term Indy cars because it was of the Indianapolis 500's like owner guy. So as a result, the cart had to change the name of their series from the IndyCar Championship Series to the Champ Car Series to like the championship to the Champ Car Series. Then
Huh.
CART eventually died in like 2003. It shit the bed. It went bankrupt. Some business asshole like pumped a bunch of money into it and formed a new thing called Champ Car World Series. And that lasted for a few years before it merged with then Champ Car World Series went bankrupt. Indy Racing League just bought what was left of it, and then they were during the time that there was the split between Indy Racing League and Kart/Champ Car World Series, it was basically whoever was the champion of Kart or Champ Car, whoever was the champion of Champ Car was the champion of driving open wheeled cars on road courses, and the champion of IndyCar Series was the champion of driving open wheeled cars on ovals.
Okay.
I went on this long championship on this long fucking tangent. Now I'm finally getting to my point because now, when they first merged back together and finally unified under the IndyCar series again, for a while, at first they were trying to focus a little bit more oval tracks, but it like backfired, and now it's like mostly oval. Now it's mostly road courses with it's the opposite of NASCAR. It's mostly road courses with only a few fucking ovals.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, which is
More
like
fun to watch.
interesting. Yeah, because other than I don't think people really gave that much of a shit about watching open wheel racing on ovals other than the Indy 500,
Sure.
which the Indy 500 is by far the most famous open wheel race that goes on here anyway. But yeah, fucking goddamn car racing world, and F1 has had its own. F1 has actually had its own recent like speaking of the like racism controversies and oh, before we move on to F1, let's talk about the fucking noose incident.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely brutal. And
Yeah,
the
that
fact
was
that
like
Trump was saying he should apologize, like he has nothing to apologize for.
yeah,
Like he
and
had
it's
every
like
right to think that was
and also
like
like here's the thing is that
malicious.
it's like I can't stand how all these like dumb or racist dickheads that always look for every reason to shit on the black athlete or the black race car driver or whatever. These these shitheads, they're like acting like, oh, this is the new Jussie Smollett case. He faked it. It's like Bubba Wallace never even like saw the fucking thing. He wasn't the person who reported it. Some
Exactly. And like also why
some
would you
guy on
make
his
something
fucking
to
team reported it.
open a garage like that? You don't need to do that. You can just make any
Yeah,
easy knot.
that is the weird thing. That is the weird thing is that is the especially weird thing about that too is that that
Like
makes
why
me
would that just be
it's
there
like
for a
even if
year
it
and the
was
FBI finds out after a day that it's like not suspicious? That seems like so weird.
yeah, and I can believe it that it was there for a year, but also like what the fuck? It had to be like I guarantee you, even that like obviously a year in advance, they're not like, oh, we know Bubba Wallace is gonna have this fucking garage at this race
If
at
they
the
could
race
put
held
him
here
in that
next year.
garage.
Yeah, they could have no. Maybe some asshole knew that there was a noose in there and was like, "Let's put Bubba Wallace in this garage. Teach that motherfucker a lesson.
That's
Teach
probably
that."
what
And
happened, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is what happened. Or even if that isn't what happened, I guarantee you the noose would have been like the garage door pull as some sort of like dumb racist joke by some racist asshole in the pit crew that put it there, even if it wasn't directed at Bubba Wallace. But
Yeah,
these
exactly. It's
people are
just
like
bad
trying to
news all around.
yeah,
That's
it's
definitely
just
true.
yeah, that's like not a fucking yeah, it's still like like using a noose as a garage door pull. That's like not a good fucking look, fam. There's way better things you can use as a I need to go through my fucking keyboard with Q-tips like more often. My spaces between my keys are absolutely fucking hideous, like this weird combination of like dust and vape juice.
Uh,
Yeah, fuck.
How about Lewis Hamilton though? Isn't he like absolutely
Yes,
going off in F1?
that's what I was gonna go into is like yeah, F1's been having its own racism controversies. Unlike like Bubba Wallace is he's one of the few black drivers to become like really successful and race in Cup Series, although he has not won a Cup Series race yet, unfortunately. I think he might have a couple of top tens, but he has not won a Cup Series race. I am confident his time on victory lane in NASCAR Cup Series will come. He's won Xfinity Series races, but
Nice. Is that like the step below?
yes, Xfinity is basically AAA NASCAR, and it used to be known as Bush Series or Nationwide Series.
It's
But
like the web.com tour for the PGA tour.
that's right. I always forget that exists. But
Or the nationwide tour
yeah. So
format.
Lewis Hamilton is literally the first black guy to drive in Formula One.
And isn't he like a couple wins away from tying the all-time record
Oh,
for wins?
he's a freak. He's a ridiculous driver. He is like
How young is he?
he's
He's still
been
young, right?
he's 35. He's not super young, but also for a fucking guy driving race cars, 35 is not exactly ridiculously old
Yeah,
either.
you could probably go to 45, 50, no problem.
Yeah. Formula One drivers, I've noticed, NASCAR dudes, it's like it seems quite common that these NASCAR guys will drive until they're like 45. Sometimes, some dudes, I've noticed in more modern times, they don't seem to be going as nuts with it as like some of the old people. Like Richard Petty's NASCAR career went from like 1958 to 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was in his 50s when he was in his mid 50s when he quit fucking racing.
We
He
probably
was
saw so much of a transformation of the sport with like
Oh
safety
yeah,
and just
oh yeah. Because
everything. Like,
when he was first getting into the sport, when he was first getting into NASCAR, they were still racing on fucking dirt.
yeah, that's crazy.
They
And
were st-
it got so hot in like the cabins. Now it's like hundreds of degrees, like while they're racing for hours.
oh yeah, they that's not something that technology has fixed either. Have you? It gets so disgustingly hot inside a NASCAR car. I've been watching some of these races, and it's like a hot day down there, and the commentators casually mention how it's like in that guy's car, it is like 130 degrees in there.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3
And it's
hours at
like,
a time.
holy fuck, you're like trapped in that fucking thing driving like a 3, 4, 5, maybe even 600-mile race.
And you have to concentrate and not like piss your pants or like get thirsty. Like, how do
Did
they
you
do
ever hear
that?
what Danica Patrick said about that? Oh, she said people just piss themselves while they're racing all the time.
Jesus, that's absolutely brutal.
She
You would
said
think
that
they would
she
come up
never
with the
did it, but it's not
yeah.
uncommon at all. People just don't give a shit. They're like, whatever.
Why wouldn't they just come up with a method to like somehow like catch your piss so that you could do that like safely while you're racing?
Uh, well, I mean, I can't imagine. Well, it's just I don't know, you'd probably have to use a fucking catheter or something, and like, no
Yeah,
thanks.
you
I'd rather
definitely
just
would,
piss
but I feel like
myself.
it'd be worthwhile to like not have to be like worrying about pissing yourself the whole race.
I'd rather just piss myself than have to cram a goddamn catheter.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
that,
right,
dude.
but how do you drink
Catheters
water?
suck.
Like, how do you not like pass out and like stay like
Oh,
concentrated?
they
Like, how do
have
you?
some weird water thing in NASCAR cars. I don't know what the fuck Formula One guys do about that, but Formula One, it also doesn't get as roastingly hot inside the cockpit because it's an open cockpit. So you get a
Right.
lot more airflow inside the thing.
No doubt.
Or maybe it is like an air dead zone inside the right inside the cockpit because the way the fucking car is designed, you're just driving so fast that the air completely slipstreams around the fucking cockpit instead. I have no clue.
Yeah, it doesn't even like hit you in the face
But
or whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, anyways, Lewis Hamilton is the only black guy to ever reach Formula One, and he's nuts. He's 35, so he's still got like a little bit to go too.
Who does he
If
drive for?
he drives for Mercedes.
Oh,
He drives
nice.
for it's the Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 team is the official team name, and
Who do you think makes the best, like most like impactful, most crazy car
uh
to
throughout
date?
most of the 2010s, Mercedes.
Really? What would you
Mercedes
say
has
right now is?
one of Mercedes drivers. Mercedes has won the constructor title, and one of their drivers has won the driver title every year since like 2013.
Wow.
Fucking and every single one of those years, guess who the driver was?
Lewis
Except for
Hamilton?
one, yeah, except for one year. 2016, Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg, fucking who was his Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, despite being from different countries, like raced go-karts together when they were kids and teenagers. And
Wow.
so
How many people on a team for Mercedes?
how many drivers on an F1 team? Always two. An
Interesting.
F1 team gets two drivers. So yeah, there's 10
In
teams in
every
it.
single race?
Yep. Yeah, a race is yeah, it's not like NASCAR where NASCAR always has a grid of like 40 something fucking cars for every race. It's just like Jesus. And then
Yeah, it's a lot.
especially when they do, there are still a couple of really short tracks that NASCAR uses, like ovals that are only like a half mile long. And those
Yeah.
are weird as fuck because when they're starting it up, the fucking grid wraps almost the entire way around the fucking track.
Wow. How long are races generally like, or how long is the standard track?
For NASCAR, there is none.
Yeah.
There is no
Oh, it's
standard.
just
Yeah, there is
what's the
no
most
track
common? Like a
standard.
mile?
Uh, I forget they've been moving away. They've been moving away from short tracks a lot. Although I think they're starting to like stop doing that. I think they're starting to maybe get back into them a little bit. There used to be more short tracks. Now there's only a couple of short tracks. Fucking Martinsville Speedway is a half-mile oval, and that's like That's the only that's the only track that they've been using ever since NASCAR first started.
Do they have straightaways at all, or is it all oval?
Well, on those half-mile ovals, yeah, there's ovals, but then there's turns, and the straights aren't very long.
Yeah.
And there's four turn. Yeah, there's Martinsville Speedway, which is somewhere in Virginia, is like a half-mile oval, and yeah, when they're starting it they have a grid of like 40-something cars. So yeah, the grid goes like when they're starting up and doing the parade laps before they fucking, because they do a rolling start in NASCAR before they start the race. That shit's going halfway around the track. Formula One is a way smaller grid. There's only in the past there's been more. Now it's always been like only like two cars per team though. And now it's only 10 teams, so there's 20 cars. There's two drivers for every team. After Nico Rosberg retired, Hamilton's new teammate at Mercedes has been this other guy named Valtteri Bottas, Valtteri Bottas is also like a really gnarly driver, and there's a cool video on the Mercedes F1 team's official YouTube of they let Valtteri suit up and drive like an old fucking W25 Silver Arrow, which is a pre-Formula 1 Grand Prix racing car. Before Formula 1 existed, like the European driver champion would just like be decided by like this informal series of Grand Prix held in cities around Europe
Uh-huh.
with these like weird old school Formula cars that were basically like bathtubs on wheels designed to be like real streamlined and just seat like one driver. And
Wow.
no seat belt because these things were so sketchy that you were like more likely to survive if you got tossed out of the car if you
Jesus.
crashed. Yeah. Like but yeah, there's this really cool video on Mercedes F1's YouTube of they let Valtteri Bottas go rip around this literally like 80 something year old fucking racing car.
Wow. How did he do? I assume he killed it.
They don't show the thing that pisses me off about this video is just like little like fragments of him driving with like interlaced and with like a voiceover of him just babbling about the experience. And it's just
Does it
like
run on
I like
gas or
hearing
what?
what.
Does it run on gas?
Oh yeah, dude. Formula One cars. Speaking of which, since we're talking about Formula One, dude, Formula One cars are fucking hybrids now.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. The technology that behind Formula One cars is some of the most absolutely fucking insane shit that I have
Well,
seen.
like water conversion or like crazy stuff like that?
So here's what the deal is like for a long time, engines in Formula One had to be naturally aspirated, which is they that's like how you know how like engines there's like you're it's not just burning straight fuel, it like mixes the fuel with air and then sprays it into the chamber or into the
I didn't
cylinder to
know that.
combust. Yeah. There's like a fuel air mixture. So a naturally aspirated engine is one where the air intake is just working straight with like atmospheric air pressure. And then if you hear somebody talking about like how they have a turbo on their car or a supercharger or a turbocharger, that's a forced induction system where you get more power out of your engine by like having something that forces more fucking air into your engine so that you can combust more fuel and have the
Okay.
engine run even harder. So
And go
yeah, forced
faster.
induction systems were banned from Formula 1 for like 20 something years. Like from sometime in the late 80s up until like in the mid 2010s, like 2014 or 2015. So now turbochargers are legal. What turbochargers are is it uses something where the forced induction system is literally it's hooked up to your exhaust and it collects exhaust gas and forces that back into your engine in order to
Wow.
like get your engine running like way harder when you're accelerating and stuff.
Wow. So you don't even have to like turn it on; it just does it naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to like turn on and like flip on any button that says turbo. It's just usually when you're accelerating, like you'll be accelerating and like the turbo will start kicking in and it'll start cranking your engine really hard. And
Wow.
they finally legalized that. So now what Formula 1 engines are is they've actually been making them like smaller and smaller over the years too. Like back in the early 90s they were using like V12 monsters. Now
Wow.
a Formula 1 engine is this tiny like V6 engine, a 6-cylinder engine with only 1.6 liters of displacement. However, they get an enormous amount of power because they run at absolutely disgusting RPMs. Like if you're watching Formula 1 or even like IndyCar series, you'll notice these things sound like motorcycle engines because they're basically geared like they're set up like motorcycle engines basically. Instead of like when you're driving your average car and you look at the tachometer, the thing that shows like how like many revolutions per minute your engine's running, not your like
Yeah.
actual like moving speed. The you're usually when you're like going at like a speed where you're not like accelerating really hard or like slowing down or idling, it's usually running probably like 2 to 3,000 or like 2,000 to 3,500 RPM. A Formula One car averages usually like 7 or 8,000 RPM and limits at like 22,000 RPM or something like that.
Wow.
It's something disgusting. But yeah, so there's a 6-cylinder like gasoline powered internal combustion engine and it's got turbos attached to it. So it's like using exhaust gas to force more air into the engine. And then there are also kinetic energy. There's also what the fuck are these things called? God damn it. What the fuck are these things called? They're called kinetic energy something. Formula 1 engines. Oh, that's right. The 1988 Formula 1 season was the last year Formula 1 engines were allowed to be turbocharged up until they were legalized again in 2014.
Okay.
But yeah, they have a kinetic energy. They have KERS. They have kinetic energy recovery systems, and what kinetic energy recovery systems are there it's this whole thing that's like connected to it's set up with the brakes where basically like friction from braking and whatnot and other shit like that charges an electric battery that then powers a DC electric motor that assists even further with acceleration. So yeah,
That's awesome.
they're hybrid race cars in Formula 1 now basically.
That's really cool. It must be fascinating to work on those projects and build those things.
Oh yeah, these things are so fucking weird too. And
Yeah, it's real cutting edge stuff.
Formula 1 cars are just they're so ridiculous and fancy that starting a Formula 1 car isn't as much. Sorry that the background music ended like ages ago and I was just not enough of a dumbass to not restart it for the viewers. But yeah, like starting even in whether any Formula car, whether it's Formula 1 or it's like sub series Formula 2 or Formula 3 or IndyCar series or like other like lower level Formula series around the world, starting those isn't as simple as like you get in and like press a button and turn a key in the ignition or something. It's like a process. Like they have to start it in the garage. They like hook it up to the fucking computers and to these like computers and get all sorts of telemetry and on stuff and whatnot. And then they have to there's like a little hole in the back where they take this little crank motor and they have to stick this little like probe off the end of it in the hole on the back and that thing like cranks your engine and starts it for you.
Jeez.
Yeah, like basically like way back in the day before electric ignition systems like we have on our passenger cars were even key ones were invented. If you've ever seen like really old movies set way back in the early days of people like having passenger cars, you would have to start a passenger car by cranking this handle on the back of it.
And then just like jumping in or what?
Yeah, you would start the engine by cranking this fucking handle on the back of it, and then you'd go walk back around and hop in the thing. Cranking the car was also, like, dangerous as fuck, too, because sometimes, like, the engine starting up could, like, kick the thing in the gear and it would, like, buck backwards and knock you on your ass and break your fucking ribs or some shit, like.
Could go running away from you.
If you were an idiot and, like, parked it in first fucking gear or some shit.
Wow,
If
that's
you parked
crazy.
well,
That sounds
yeah.
like such a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, crank starting car. The reason why they invented electric ignition systems is because crank starting cars was a pain in the ass and really dangerous.
Probably especially in the wintertime or summertime.
Yeah. Oh no, I lost a bunch of. When the fuck did I stop the recording? What the hell? All right, I'm not sure how much babbling I lost with the recording. I'm gonna have to fucking upload this into. I'm gonna have to fucking splice this together with Premiere and upload it. I'm definitely gonna upload every episode we do of this podcast. I think we can actually like make something cool out of this little podcast we're doing. We got to do this on a regular basis too. We
Yeah,
should
it's
try
just
to
fun. I
do
mean,
this
we've been
again sometime next week. Yeah,
we've been talking for like 2 hours probably, so we've got a good amount to talk about.
oh yeah, we have been babbling for about 2 hours.
I'm definitely down to do another episode and keep this going. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, of course. Fucking. How much more time do you got tonight? Because I've got all the fucking time in the world.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. If you want to keep talking for a bit, I'm down for
Sweet.
maybe another like 10, 15.
Gotcha. Sweet. Yeah. Fucking. What was I gonna? Hold on a second. I remember I was texting you about something I like wanted to babble about on here that I don't think we have touched upon yet. Or well, yeah, we've talked about like NASCAR controversies, fucking NASCAR racism controversies, Washington football team. Oh, Dan Snyder, you fucking stupid piece of shit. Why do you have to be such a stupid piece of shit? You're such a stupid fucking piece of shit. Really, I do feel kind of bad for people in DC that are Redskins fans and have had to put up with like having this shit team for so long because Dan Snyder like really can't fucking manage them properly.
Well, he had such a golden opportunity to like fess up and be like, yeah, we were wrong, but now we want to actually like do right by our community and the Native American community and change our name. That would have been such like free, good publicity, but he botched it.
Yep, he's a fucking idiot. I don't know, maybe there is some actual valid very valid reason that they like didn't like that they're using a temporary name. Like
It's
maybe
probably
they're
tough to like get the naming, or like some guy has been buying up copyright of all the potential names because he wants to like own the nickname or whatever and like buy it out from under them. So I'm sure there's a lot of issues with like even merchandising and all sorts of shit and getting the copyright.
Yeah,
of
I
the
remember
name
seeing I remember seeing something before they announced that they were going to use this like really. Oop! I did not mean to do that either. Fuck. I'm trying to clean the dust out from between my fucking keys. Caused me to switch to a screen I wasn't intending to switch to. I'm a dumbass. But yeah, these I don't know, maybe he'll just get salty and sell the team. Fucking Dan Snyder. NHL, I haven't been paying enough attention to like what's going on with NHL and I know that they resumed like in a bubble or something, right? Are they in a bubble
yes,
like the
I believe
NBA
they're about
is,
to
or
start games.
what are they doing?
I believe they're about to start playing games if they haven't already.
Gotcha, yeah. Are they like doing it in a bubble like the NBA is, or are they actually gonna like travel?
Yeah, I think it's up in Canada, in like 2 cities in Canada, maybe.
Weird. Yeah, this is. Yeah, holy shit. This is. Real great time to start a sports podcast. A lot of shit to fucking banter about, considering how much of a wrench has been thrown in the sports world.
Oh, absolutely. We could probably talk all night.
Oh, yeah, about fucking Formula One racism controversies. Lewis Hamilton has, like, been vocal about, like, Formula One being, like, totally silent as an organization about, like, racism, especially with the whole George Floyd stuff going on. And he's been pretty vocal about Black Lives Matter and whatnot. And then
Yeah,
let
as
me
we should.
find the quote from that fucking degenerate Bernie Ecclestone that used to like be the like guy who owned all the commercial rights to Formula One, and he used to be like the chief chief scumbag. He's this 90-year-old British douchebag. He's like he's Formula One is literally like some weird circle jerk of rich old men, basically, and
I doubt. Was he just like complaining about the Black Lives Matter movement or something?
yeah. So from Wikipedia, let's actually pull this up over here from Wikipedia. In the weeks following this events of the killing of George Floyd, six-time world champion. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, if he wins Formula One's driver championship again this year, he'll have tied Michael Schumacher for being the guy who has won the most driving titles. Michael Schumacher is 7.
Okay.
And
he's at 6.
yeah, Hamilton's at 6, so if he wins the title again this year, he's tied for the most.
Is that like a season-long points chase or something?
Yep. Yeah, it's whichever driver has the most points from like race finishes at the end of the year.
Okay, that makes sense.
In the weeks following the events of the killing of George Floyd, six-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, F1's only black driver, has launched his own commission to tackle racism and increase diversity, with Formula One launching a We Race as One initiative to fight global inequality. In an interview with CNN, Bernie Ecclestone initially praised Hamilton's efforts, but then questioned whether it would do anything bad or good for Formula One, before saying that black people are more racist than what white people are.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
That's like the type of dude who
Bruh.
says like reverse racism is a thing. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, it's literally just like idiot rich white guy babble. In response, Hamilton has hit out at Ecclestone, criticizing him on Instagram for being ignorant and uneducated, and that he has realized why nothing much has been done to address diversity and racism. Formula One also issued a statement saying that they completely disagree with Bernie Ecclestone's comments that have no place in Formula One or society, and had added that his title as a chairman emeritus had since expired in January 2020.
Ouch.
Let's actually talk about some other stupid shit that Bernie Ecclestone has done real quick. Labour Party controversy. He's a British guy. In 1997, Ecclestone... I'm going to read this like I'm a BBC News reporter. In 1997, Ecclestone was involved in a political controversy over British Labour Party's policy on tobacco sponsorship. Labour had pledged to ban tobacco advertising in its manifesto ahead of its 1997 general election victory, supporting a proposed European Union directive banning tobacco advertising and sponsorship. At this time, all leading Formula One teams carried significant branding from tobacco brands. The Labour Party's stance on banning tobacco advertising was reinforced following the election by... Oh, fuck me, I accidentally stopped the recording again. But yeah, we were... Ah, fuck me, I'm not going to clean my fucking keyboard while I'm fucking doing streams again. You know what, actually, I need to just download this fucking VOD and then go re-upload it. Because I can download my past broadcast from Twitch directly.
That's probably a good idea then. Make it a lot easier on yourself.
In the weeks following the events of the killing of George Floyd, six-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, F1's only black driver, launched his own commission to tackle racism and increase diversity, with Formula One launching a We Race as One initiative to fight global inequality. In an interview with CNN, Ecclestone initially praised Hamilton's efforts, but then questioned whether it would do anything bad or good for Formula One. What a fucking moron! Before stating that black people are more racist than what white people are. What a fucking prick, right? In response, Hamilton has hit out at Ecclestone, criticizing Instagram for being ignorant and uneducated, and that he has realized why nothing much has been done to address diversity and racism. Formula One also issued a statement saying that they completely disagree with Bernie Ecclestone's comments that have no place in Formula One or society, and added that his title as a chairman emeritus had since expired in January 2020. Alright, so now about Labour Party controversy. Reading this as if I'm like some BBC News agent reading this. In 1997, Ecclestone was involved in a political controversy over the British Labour Party's policy on tobacco sponsorship. Labour had pledged to ban tobacco advertising in its manifesto ahead of its 1997 election victory, supporting a proposed European Union directive banning tobacco advertising and sponsorship. At this time, all leading Formula One teams carried significant branding from tobacco brands. The Labour Party's stance on banning tobacco advertising was reinforced following the election by forceful statements from the Health Secretary Frank Dobson and Minister for Public Health Tessa Joel. Ecclestone appealed over Joel's head to Jonathan Powell, Tony Blair's chief of staff, who arranged a meeting with Blair. Ecclestone and Max Mosley, both Labour Party donors, met Blair on 16th October 1997, where Mosley argued, "Motor racing was a world-class industry which put Britain at the high-tech edge. Deprived of tobacco money, Formula One would move abroad at the loss of 50,000 jobs, 150,000 part-time jobs, and £900 million worth of exports." On 4th of November, the fiercely anti-tobacco Joel argued in Brussels for an exemption for Formula One. Media attention initially focused on Labour banning its principles for a glamour sport, and on the false trail of Joel's husband's links to Benetton, a now defunct Formula One team. On 6th of November, correspondents from 3 newspapers inquired whether Labour had received any donations from Ecclestone. He had donated £1 million in January 1997. On 11th November, Labour promised to return the money on the advice of Sir Patrick Neil. On 17th November, Blair apologised for his government's mishandling of the affair and stated that the decision to exempt Formula One from tobacco sponsorship was taken 2 weeks later. It was in response to fears that Britain might lose the industry overseas to Asian countries who were bidding for it. In 2008, the year after Blair stepped down for Prime Minister, internal Downing Street memos revealed, in fact, that the decision had been made at the time of the meeting, and not 2 weeks later, as Blair had stated in Parliament, because Tony Blair was a lying piece of shit. Guy really fucking betrayed the British left wing supporting the war in Iraq, being Bush's buddy. And now here's a Hitler controversy. This is going to be a really fucking juicy one, I guarantee it. Prepare for some serious idiocy here, Ethan.
Alright.
I'm going to read this as a fucking BBC agent again. In a Times interview published on 4th July 2009, Ecclestone said, "Terrible to say this, I suppose, but apart from the fact that Hitler got taken away and persuaded to do things that I have no idea whether he wanted to do or not, he was, in a way, that he could command a lot of people able to get things done." Bro.
Dude, that's like J.R. Smith, not J.R. Smith. Who was the guy, Deshaun Jackson, recently that like...
That's right,
Hitler
yeah,
because of
Deshaun
Louis
Jackson
Farrakhan?
was like being extremely anti-Semitic.
Yeah, like quoting Louis Farrakhan. Like,
That shit's always sad. It's like, yo, bro, trust me, Jewish people are not fucking responsible for all of the, like, problems that the black community faces. That's fucking
And also,
dumb.
you shouldn't be playing like the discrimination Olympics among people who are like actively discriminated against, like both kinds. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus, fucking, yeah, Jewish people are not responsible. According to Ecclestone, if you have a look at democracy, it hasn't done... What? Oh, he's like a straight-up fascist. Jesus Christ!
I hate to see it.
According to Ecclestone, if you have a look at democracy, it hasn't done a lot of good for many countries, including this one. In reference to the United Kingdom, dude, that is straight fucking fascist. That's like taking the goddamn mask off. He also said that his friend of 40 years, Max Mosley, the son of British fascist leader Oswald Mosley, would do a super job as the Prime Minister, and added, "I don't think his background would be a problem."
Yeah, of course it wouldn't. Just give me a break.
Stephen Pollard, the editor of the Jewish Chronicle, said, "Mr. Ecclestone is either an idiot or morally repulsive. Either he has no idea how stupid and offensive his views are, or he does and deserves to be held in contempt by all decent people." In a subsequent interview
The
with
same could be said about Trump, so...
Yeah. In a subsequent interview with the Jewish Chronicle, Ecclestone said that his comments were taken the wrong ways, but apologized, saying, "I'm just sorry that I was an idiot. I sincerely, genuinely apologize." However, when Ecclestone was later told by the World Associated Press that the World Jewish Congress had called for his resignation, he said, "It's a pity they didn't sort the banks out."
What does that mean?
referring to the financial crisis of 2007 to 2010, and claimed they have a lot of influence everywhere. What does
Yikes.
that mean? It's some anti-Semitic fucking bullshit. That's what that means. Typical anti-Semitic, oh, Jewish people own all the fucking banks and we should, like, be mad at them for stuff.
Yeah, that's totally preposterous.
Oh, and also, I am pretty sure that he, yeah, so Bernie Ecclestone is 90 years old and he has like a newborn son. He's
That's
married to
disgusting.
this chick that he's like almost old enough to be her grandfather.
That's
She is
absolutely disgusting.
46 years younger than him. And in
Ew.
April 2020, it was revealed the pair were expecting a son due weeks before Ecclestone said, dude, I guarantee you he had to like get like a prostate massage into a petri dish for that kid to exist or something. Like, I want. Do you think a 90-year-old man could fucking get it up long enough to even jerk off in a petri dish for fucking artificial insemination, let alone fuck a baby into a woman?
Maybe
Maybe
with
if he's like
some of these
superhuman, but
new
he's
blue
not
pills, you
superhuman.
never know,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that are somehow covered by insurance. But
Yeah. Oh, and then also, I saw this. A friend of mine sent me this one like really cancerous interview that Bernie Ecclestone did, where he yet again said really stupid shit. They were like asking him about stuff about like taking care of the new baby, being like a 90-year-old man, and he basically said like, I never change nappies or anything. That's what wives are for.
of course he said that. It's
Yeah,
by his fifth wife.
yeah, that's like. Yeah, how many fucking wives is that for you, Bernie Ecclestone? Because you're such a piece of shit that you get divorced over and over again. That every single wife you have fucking dumps you. Okay.
Yeah, what a shitty name too. That's such a weird
Oh, he's
name.
only been married 3 times.
Wow,
Damn,
shocking.
shocking. Yeah. Uh, yeah, he has a newborn son, and he is also a great grandfather.
That's like Mick Jagger shit.
Yeah. He had a 17-year relationship with Tuana Tan, which ended in 1984 when Slavica Radic, later his second wife, became pregnant. He was then married to that chick for like 23 years. They have 2 daughters. And then she filed for divorce. I guess they settled their divorce amicably with Jesus Christ. She got like reportedly got like $1 to $1.5 billion in a divorce settlement from divorcing that fucking guy.
Holy shit. He
And
must have
what's it?
had so
You
much
want to
money.
know what the best part is about how this dude is literally rich? He's like one of those dudes who he became like a team owner in F1 and then eventually became like the boss man of F1 as a whole. Now he's just kind of retired and F1 like wants him to fuck off and stop commenting. As you can see from this recent racism controversy and whatnot, the F1 kind of wants him to like fuck off and stop making them look bad because he's this old moron.
How does he have that much money? That's insane.
Do you know how much money goes into Formula One every year? Even just
I'm sure
running
it's
a
a lot.
team, even just running a team costs like hundreds of millions of dollars just for one season. A
You
Formula
probably
One
make so much
steering
though if you
wheel.
do well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, and also who does well is largely determined on who spends the most money. Like these years that Mercedes has been winning over and over again, they've been spending the most fucking money every year.
Yeah, gotta
The
spend money to make money, I guess.
Yeah, they've been spending the most fucking money. They've been spending the most fucking money every year, and
Like the Yankees.
yep, and whereas fucking Williams didn't spent like less than half as much as Mercedes, and they've won championships in the past, but they've been like languishing at the bottom of the grid for years now.
What company is that?
Williams.
Never heard of them.
Well, that's the thing about Formula One is some of these teams are like connected to manufacturers such as like McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari. Although, here's the weird thing about McLaren and Ferrari are now manufacturers, but they initially started as just like privateer racing teams. Which
Interesting.
privateer teams are teams that they aren't like some company's like factory team. They aren't like some company team.
They
It's
just
literally
design the
some
cars for
rich
other
fucking.
teams.
No, a privateer team is like a rich fucking asshole finances the whole thing himself, like Williams.
Okay.
And also, there's a bunch of others. BMW's teams for a long time. I forget who Sauber's running now. Sauber, fucking dip. Sauber. I forget which fucking team which factory team Sauber is now, but there's been weird periods of time where like one fucking team that was like, and the teams are constructors. They construct the car. They outsource some parts of the design and some parts, but they construct the final product and do most of the design. The engines are usually built by somebody else, with the exception of like, oh, who the fuck are the engine suppliers in F1 again? Who the fuck is supplying them right now? That's right, Mercedes, Renault, Ferrari, and Honda supply all the engines for Formula One. So yeah, basically Mercedes, Renault, and Ferrari all have their own teams. Honda doesn't have a Formula One team. They're just supplying engines now.
Huh.
They've had a Formula One team in the past, I think, but yeah, Ferrari and McLaren were originally just like Formula One and other like series. They were originally just like racing organizations before they started selling street cars to Joe Jackoffs.
Can't believe Honda makes like literally everything, like guitars and pianos and everything.
I think you might be thinking of Yamaha.
You're right.
Yamaha makes like guitars and pianos, but still Honda makes so much shit. Honda's not the biggest car maker, but they make more internal combustion engines regardless of application than any other like engine manufacturer. They're the largest engine company.
Wow.
Because they make they make all sorts of shit. They make cars, they make motorcycles, they make fucking watercraft engines. They like make fucking outboard motors for boats and shit. They make fucking generators. They make air conditioning units. They make all sorts of shit.
Wow.
They make literally like anything you can think of that's powered by like a gasoline internal combustion engine. Honda probably like makes engines for that application.
Yeah. Oh, smart business on their part.
Oh yeah, and I love Formula One racing, but it's just like it's so fucking sleazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, it's not uncommon that, like, companies that, like, Formula One cars will get, like, sponsored by companies that don't actually exist.
Really? Just like
oh, yeah, they're just, like,
what?
straight up scams and shit. Or, like, some dude that's trying to, like, some company that's trying to, like, introduce some product, but they don't actually have a product yet, and they're trying to, like, use, like, Formula One brand boosting to get the money to make the fucking product. And it usually ends up like falling apart and completely fucking the teams that are like victim to it too.
Remember that shit back in the day? Everyone used to do like Vima or whatever, and you had to like hawk the stupid like drinks and shit, and they didn't do traditional advertising, and it was like a Ponzi scheme that everyone.
Oh, it was like such a fucking scheme, yeah. And every other jerk off and say hi got involved with it too. It was so. Oh yeah, man, it was such a scam. It was multi-level marketing. Shit. Yeah, they literally thought they were gonna like make so much money that they'd be like 23 and like buying a Mercedes without even financing it.
Or that they would get like, gifted one by the company, like Mary Kay. It's like, Jesus, you just like wasted all your money and embarrassed yourself.
Yeah, a lot of those multi-level marketing schemes are shit where like I did the fucking vector marketing, which was fucking selling Cutco knives, and
that wasn't a super big pain in the ass.
It wasn't a scam. It was just like exploitative as fuck. It wasn't a straight up scam. Like I didn't like lose money doing it or anything. But
no, you just
as opposed to these
such a pain in the ass and not worth your while.
Yeah, as opposed to these other multi-level marketing schemes are literally just such an enormous fucking scam. They're so bad. Like they're absolutely outrageous. Like basically what a lot of these other what like Vima was and whatnot is a type of multi-level marketing scheme where they get you to buy some like massive amount of product, and then they like reward you.
When you're downstream.
They reward you to sucker other idiots into spending massive amounts of money on this stupid shit. And then you go try to
for free, and
then you go try to like either give it away for free or sell it to like regular jerk offs. And I remember fucking Oaks was like doing it for a little bit, and then I'm guessing he realized it was bullshit.
So many people I know. And they would like get some jackpot on the call, and he would like explain why like it's so easy to make all this money, and you just got to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, fucking con artist pieces of shit. Why the fuck do people have to be like that?
Guy named Chad who's like nice fur.
Yeah, and looks like some rapey pickup artist that you like see in YouTube ads that like is trying to like tell you, here's the secret to like fucking with women's brains and manipulating them into having sex with you.
Pickup artists are so cringe.
This gets off the topic of sports that we usually have for this podcast, but like I was telling my coworkers recently, dude, YouTube, I swear to God, YouTube, it constantly gives me ads for ball trimmers, William Painter sunglasses, some like creepy rapey guy talking about like this is the way that you like manipulate women into having sex with you, basically.
Yeah,
or
like,
some dude being like
last month, like,
or like some dude like some like ripped guy being like it's always the like big topic of discussion. How do you get in shape? Like they say you got to do an hour of cardio every day. Wrong. I haven't done an hour of cardio in like 7 years. I blah 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 blah. Look at how fucking ripped I am, bro. If it wasn't a violation in terms of service, I would whip out my fucking penis and show you how huge it was, just to drive the point home of how good my workouts are.
Yeah, those are really bad. Or the Bowflex or random shit.
Oh God, fucking Bowflex. Fucking Bowflex.
And you're gonna get ripped in 5 weeks. Only 20 minutes of working out. Get shredded.
And it's always hilarious when like professional athletes show up in those fucking commercials too.
Isn't it some like antitrust like thing that they have to actually use the products? Like they're not allowed to pitch products that they don't actually use?
Probably.
That's crazy.
Fucking Shaq. Dude,
Shaq, yeah, the gold
he
bump.
literally just like whoring out his personality to every fucking like
He's like a big Papa John's guy now. Did you see he's like a part owner of Papa John's? And
oh Jesus Christ! Pizza? Oh my, they did. Oh, that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, it's like a Shaq-sized pepperoni pizza. From
some of the like really dumb TV shows that he's had since he retired. Like, do you remember Shaq's like really stupid clip show that he had for like 5 episodes on True TV?
No, I don't.
He had some clip show on True TV that was like an obvious.
Flavor of Love.
Ew. Why would you did it? Yeah, it was literally the fucking worst, dumbest, trashiest shit I've ever seen. Like
it was like the same thing as like Rock of Love with Michael.
Yeah, it was literally just like cut my cock off with Beer Bash Johnson and shove it down my fucking throat and kill me. Like
or I Love New York, all that shit on VH1.
Yeah, and I Love New York. I Love New York was especially pissed me off because the only reason that chick was famous was for like being a dumb piece of shit on Flava Flav's stupid fucking show.
And that like white guy that was like somehow in the running and was like super dorky, named Mr. Boston.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. On fucking I Love New York. I can't believe that was literally like, hey, your reward for fucking losing Flava Flav's shitty dating reality show twice is you get your own shitty dating reality show where you like get to like sit in a fucking bathtub and like moan while people massage you and talk about how like leg massages make you orgasm.
Yeah.
Literally, like, what the fuck, MTV and VH1? How the fuck? What the fuck? How the fuck do? And more importantly, the idiots who actually watch this shit. Why the fuck do you people actually watch this actual fucking garbage? It's like even worse than
Pure
fucking
comedy,
Howard Stern.
basically.
It's like even worse than fucking Howard Stern. And people
It's
try
like
to act like
escapism, though. It's just like
true.
so
Yeah,
ridiculous
you're
and
right.
over the top. People are just like, it's so funny.
People act like fucking streaming like isn't a legit form of like people act like streamer isn't stream, especially like super boomers will like look down upon fucking Twitch broadcasters and whatnot, and then they'll go turn on Howard Stern.
Right, that's literally like the OG podcaster who like asks the best questions and has the best host or guests rather.
Howard Stern? Fuck him.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a jack off, but like at least he gets really good interviews with people.
True. Yeah, I guess I haven't ever really watched him. I don't watch Howard Stern, or I haven't listened to that many of the good interviews, but I don't really consume Howard Stern because all he ever really talks about is
all the misogynist shit. Like he's actually a pretty good interviewer. Like,
true. Just if he's not being like, "Hey, you gonna show me them boobs?" But
yeah, that's literally his shtick like the whole time. But like,
yeah, or like he interviews some fucking like porn chick and straight up like brings a Sibian into the show and has her like ride on it until she comes.
Back in the day, do you remember?
I forgot about her interview. There was one interview I saw on Howard Stern's show where like what they did was they literally like brought in a fucking Sibian saddle and it was some like porn chick that was on it. And the porn chick actually like on the fucking air like got on this Sibian saddle and rode on it until she fucking came. Like,
yeah, that's a normal day at the Howard Stern show.
yeah. But so, in the words of Charlie Sheen in that video where he's like all hopped up on God knows what, all he ever talks about is anal and stupidity.
Charlie Sheen or other guy?
What? Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or well, Charlie Sheen, in the words of Charlie Sheen, I meant he was like saying in response to something somebody asked him to do, he's like, no, why would I want to do that? It's lame. It's transparent. It's the fucking work of trolls. Why don't we leave that to someone like Howard, who only wants to talk about anal and stupidity?
Yeah, dude, I love when Charlie.
Guy's so
Sheen goes
fucking
on his
ugly.
rants.
Guy's so
fun.
fucking ugly. His whole fucking life. It's like, what you think you have? Or you know, he's like, what we're supposed to think he's got power because he's fucking smart? Yeah, he is fucking smart. Guy's so fucking ugly his whole fucking life. You could get laid looking the way look. If you could get laid looking like that, yeah. If you can get laid looking the way you fucking look, Howard, go for it, buddy. Fucking go for it.
Charlie Sheen's wild, dude.
Yeah, he is wild. I just hate how he's an anti-vaxxer. Why the fuck is Charlie Sheen such an anti-vaxxing nut job idiot? Like, actually, it makes sense that Charlie Sheen's an...
rocks and finishing them too.
Actually,
that's how you roll.
It makes sense that Charlie Sheen is a fucking anti-vaxxer because he's such a lunatic.
Yeah, he's total lunatic. He's like literally in left field.
Yeah, he's there. There's something about that fucking guy.
He's done way too many drugs. Not that drugs are always a bad thing, but he's done a lot.
He's done way too many, like, actually, like, bad for you drugs. Specifically,
yeah,
like, crack and blowing shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, that fucking guy.
You remember when he was in Major League, speaking of sports? That was such a good movie in the franchise.
Yeah, Major League was actually... I never saw any of the sequels, but the original one was such a good fucking movie. Like, they leave... Like, the other players, like, jokingly leave the red card in Wild Thing's locker. He goes and, like, tears the fucking manager's office to pieces. Like, ranting and raving about, like, getting cut and shit. And the guy's like, okay, interesting. Only thing is, I didn't cut you.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I can't believe they actually got to use a real franchise for that.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, same with that movie. Do you remember Mr. 3000?
Yeah, I do. That was actually a really good movie. R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I was about to say after I like exhaled my vape, rest in rip Bernie Mac.
Yeah, he was such a legend.
Yeah, that dude was a fucking boss. This royalty-free music that I found for playing on the podcast is pretty fucking chill.
Why don't we wrap up with what's your favorite sports movie of all time?
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh boy, that's a...
Your favorite and the best one.
I'm trying to think what my favorite sports movie ever is. It's a tough one. Mr. 3000's up there.
Yeah. No
I don't
doubt.
know, what's your fucking favorite sports movie ever?
I'd probably go like D2 Mighty Ducks, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's been a million years since I've seen any of those fucking movies.
D2 or D3.
You know that's Charlie Sheen's brother that stars in those, right? You know that dude who plays the fucking coach, at least in the original one, is Charlie Sheen's brother, right?
Emilio Estevez?
Yeah, that's Charlie Sheen's brother.
What? I never knew that.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's real name is Carlos Estevez.
Oh, did you know that Emilio Estevez is like very well involved in like the medical marijuana industry or recreational marijuana industry?
I did not. Actually, doesn't surprise me though, because has that dude acted in fucking anything recently?
I have no idea. To be honest with
what
you.
has that dude acted in at all? Because he used to be in a lot of Emilio Estevez used to be in a lot of shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's Charlie. He's Charlie Sheen's older brother. It's just that, and Martin Sheen is their dad.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
you didn't know that? Yeah, Martin Sheen is their dad, and Martin Sheen's actual name is Ramon Estevez.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Martin Sheen's actual name is Ramon Estevez, and he took the fake name Martin Sheen for stage. Although,
Wow.
and then Charlie Sheen also like took a fake name, but Emilio Estevez kept using his actual name.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, and he was also in The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire with all those fucking dumb like teenage kid films.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, what the actual fuck
Did you ever see the Tom Cruise one that was filmed in Johnstown or whatever, called like something or other?
The what?
It was like a football film, like a high school football film that Tom Cruise filmed in Johnstown, PA, or something.
Weird. I never saw that. I saw. You've seen Slap? Oh, I think my favorite sports movie ever is Slapshot.
Ooh, that's a good one. Or maybe like Caddyshack.
Caddyshack's good too, but I think Slapshot's definitely my favorite. That movie was just so fucking good. They brought their fucking toys with them!
I've never actually seen Slapshot.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking funny. You gotta watch Slapshot.
It's like filmed in Johnstown mainly, right?
I forget if it was filmed in Johnstown. It was.
I think parts of it
might have been. Yeah, I think
they definitely filmed at the War Memorial.
I think they filmed parts of it in Johnstown. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But yeah, that was just a. Slapshot was such a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah,
Not Slapshot. Slapshot. Yeah, it's Yeah, it was filmed. It was filmed in Johnstown, and they filmed a lot of the scenes at Cambria County War Memorial Arena, and it was kind of based on Johnstown too. In the movie, the team is like the Charlestown Chiefs, and they're a minor league hockey team in this like really, really shitty fucking. In this like shitty declining industrial town. At the time, there was a North American Hockey League, which was a low-level minor league hockey league that existed in the 70s. There was a team when they filmed it called the Johnstown Jets, and they used them for extras.
Huh. Don't they have a team now called like the Johnstown Chiefs or something?
The Johnstown Chiefs, I don't know if they brought them back or something, but I remember it was an ECHL team, and then they like moved away.
Huh.
They might have brought him back though. I forget. Yep, that's right. They dipped out to Greenville, South Carolina, where they were the Greenville Road Warriors for 5 years, and now they're the Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Oh God, what a terrible name.
Yeah.
That's like a minor league baseball name.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good place to wrap it up on. Thanks a lot for coming on the show, and we'll have to do this again next week. I'll have to pay more attention to ESPN, watch more developments on things, so we got more shit to rant about again next week.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again for having me on.
Fuck yeah. You have yourself a wonderful night, Ethan.
You too, man. Peace.